The cloud. All right, hi guys, my name is Tiffany and this is the June team meeting for myself, Amy Johnson, and Laura Robertson. And we're gonna kick this off by taking you to the kitchen to see some of the new summer products. All right, so we're gonna take this. Actually, Casey usually holds this for me, so we'll do this. All right, guys, so you can follow me into the kitchen. We'll go this way. Where is Casey? What? You're gonna come hold my iPad. All right, so y'all come on in, get cozy. We'll go sit down in a few minutes, but I don't want to put you to sleep quite yet. So now that your bellies are filling up, we're gonna make you move a little bit. All right, so the new products are here on the counter. So first up, we have our spoon mold. So obviously we can melt chocolate in these, but have you guys seen any other ideas what we can do with these?
The Jolly Ranchers.
The Jolly Ranchers, yes, that's a good one. So crush up candy, I'd have to look up, I don't remember, do they bake them and then let them reset?
They crush them and then, yeah,
bake them. So okay, so they're just using hard candy. Mm-hmm. All right, what other ideas have you guys seen?
Peppermint for hot cocoa.
Yes. So that's gonna be great for a winter, especially if you like to gift homemade kind of stuff. You could definitely do that. Cookies. So I have made cookies in here. I'm looking at this really closely and seeing a little residue. So that's from cookies. Anything else y'all can think of? One thing that I bought the ingredients to try that I haven't done yet is a pretzel stick. And then put the pretzel stick in there and then put the chocolate in there. So then I like sweet and salty. So we'll have that. All right, I'm gonna have you drop that just a little bit so it's a little bit my nose. All right, so the next up is the sandwich maker. Who earned this? Woo, you guys used it yet?
Yes.
All right, so what have you been making it as your base?
Brownies.
Brownies.
Cookies ones, and then I did, instead of the Rice Krispie one, we did Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes, yeah. So you've seen that. I saw it with Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, we did Frosted Flakes and Marshmallow. That's been the favorite so far.
That's awesome. All right, so in your use and care card, some of you may not even read these because they are available online, or you just throw them away. It does give you a couple things. One, the first thing is always wash it before you use it, Casey.
I cannot wait to use my new products.
So you want to make sure with this, they do not recommend aerosol non-stick spray. Really, you should not be using PAM on any of our products, okay? And then they've got a deep clean recipe in here and like not to use sponges and such. So also what's really great is that there is a chocolate chip cookie recipe and a brownie recipe already on here. And I did not follow this when I made my own chocolate chip. We made Wookiee cookies because we like Star Wars. And I'm assuming this batter comes out perfectly for this set, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So anybody tested these recipes out to affirm that? Okay.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Someone asked me if you have to set it like 25 degrees lower than what the recipe calls for with you.
I followed whatever this says. So with chocolate chip cookies, I want to say a traditional chocolate chip cookie is 325, 350. This is 300. So in that case, yes. So I just, even though I made my own batter, a different batter, I followed the temperature on here.
I did not and didn't have any issues.
Okay. Really, you just want the cookie to be done. And so you're going to use your molds here to do your cookies. You can, I mean, because these are kind of flimsy, you're probably going to want to put them on some kind of a sheet or stone before you put them in there.
They don't fit on the stone. Unless you do it like this way, like if you were to put them sideways on a stone. Oh, that kind of stone. Yeah, it fits on that kind of stone.
Well, it's close. It's close-ish.
I did that and it made my brownies lumpy.
I did it on the round, the large round stone.
Yeah, we could do that.
Paint over.
Yeah, so that would be good. Something just to firm it up a little bit. Not a final piece now that you said that. These should be the same size. No, they're just a little slightly off. Okay, so that's up to you on whether you want to put them on something firm before you put them in the oven. Do not put this piece in the oven. So hopefully you read the use and care on that. And then what you do is you, I actually popped my cookies out to cool them faster because I had not read the directions all the way through first. And then I realized you could have left your cookies in here before filling them with ice cream. So Casey said when she did hers, she overfilled them. And so the brownie was kind of like all up over here. So
Had to do surgery on my
You had to
brownies.
do surgery and cut them. I've also realized, because I've made 2 batches on here, is that it is much easier to work with cookie dough that is cold. Like, slice and bake, is usually really cold. So if you make your batter and you have just like stirred it and mixed it or whatever, I put it in the refrigerator and then go and use it because as you're trying to push it down, it's sticking to your fingers. It doesn't spread as easily.
That was the hard part about the marshmallow.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sure.
it's making
It
sure
was
it's
really
cold.
bad, but I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
Yes. So when you put this back together, you would have your cookie down here, and then you're gonna fill with your ice cream, and then you're gonna put this back on, and you're gonna put them in the freezer. All right, so that's how you're gonna put that together. I don't think this is gonna be a really good thing to do at a show, just because there's a lot of setup time with it being in the freezer. However, it's gonna be super delicious for you to have at home to make yourself little things.
But if you have it, take it to a show and let them touch it.
Yeah, let them touch them and feel it. I think you could definitely set up some chocolate rather quickly in this, because you can melt the chocolate, pop it in the freezer, and chocolate doesn't take that long to set up. So you could definitely do that. Is anybody seen the post right now about if you love paper chef, pick a number 1 through 20? Yeah. All right. So with that, what they're offering is if they book a June show, either cooking or virtual, they're going to give them you as the consultant can decide this, give them one of the new free ice cream products, which is this. Okay, so this is super easy to add to the show, add to the hostess's order, and then you just pay the difference. And then you add this to there. Amy, did it also say this too? Like, I guess
She said she was doing either one, but you can decide.
you can decide if the show's under 500, they get this. If it's over 500, they get that. Or you could use 300 as your benchmark, whatever you want.
I just say one of the new free summer products.
Yeah,
So-
you don't
Yeah.
specify which
Yeah.
one it is until they agree to have the show. And then you can just say, okay, well, I added this to your order, I added this to your order. Okay, so the first 2, this was in level 1. You earned level 1 in May. You got the cookie ice cream sandwich maker, the spoon mold, and then the ice cream maker, which we're gonna pop out in a second. If you earn level 2, who earned level 2? Yay!
I didn't.
Okay, so mine just arrived yesterday. Did I tell you that? Okay, so I took this apart so that we can see who is smart enough to put this back together. Who wants to try?
Oh, I haven't played with mine yet.
I know, right?
Chrissy says she wants to try it. I just heard her.
All right, Chrissy, come on up. Now, Chrissy's not even a consultant yet, so this is a test.
I couldn't figure out how to get mine apart today, so I just put it at the sink.
You just put it back. You're like,
I'll look at it when I get home.
Yes.
It just came today.
So I was kind of like, when I took it out of the box, I was like, I'm supposed to wash this first. How am I supposed to do that? So there you go. So the plate is actually ceramic. So it's kind of
heavy.
it's heavy duty. It kind of reminds me of our old Simple Editions. Again, use and care card is going to tell you to wash it first, Casey.
I probably won't.
That's
Mine just came in today. I probably still won't.
And then
It's extra flavor.
Oh,
so it's freezer and refrigerator safe. Blah blah blah. The collar and the locking clip and the base are oven safe to 450. So if you wanted to bake a cookie in this part, they're basically saying the lid is not freezer safe. Oven safe. The product is not leak proof. Okay, because there is, I think, so you just kind of slide it in there. It's like a zipper. Like, and I don't know how close it has to get.
Well, that's what I was trying to
overlap.
figure out.
There we go. Teamwork. Beautiful, Chrissy. Yay. Okay. So there's a little bit of an overlap right there. And then your lid, I noticed this when I opened the box, it's kind of a loose fit. All right. But when it's all frozen and ready to go, you're just going to be able to take this all apart and leave your cake right there in that ceramic dish.
that's
Kind of like our spring form pan, how the glass is right there. You don't have to transport it onto something else. It has a nice little display there. So there's your ice cream thing. Now next up is
One thing about the ice cream cake pan, there's not a recipe on the Use and Care. You have to go to the website to get the recipe. So if you have customers that buy that, you're going to want to tell them, go to my website and look for the recipes, or you'll want to send it to them.
or you can copy and paste it into something, and
Yeah,
that way
you
you
can
have
send it to
it
them
all.
really quick. I am really forgetful, so typically with things like that, I'm like, let me do it right now when I see that you ordered it. But just so you know, the recipe's not on the Use and Care.
So since these products just arrived yesterday, and I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person, I was talking to Amy while I was in the store. I'm like, oh, should I do some cold brew? And she was like, That takes 24 hours to set up. Oh, okay, then I don't have time for that. So I did not make you guys cold brew, but what I knew I had at home, because I have a customer that's a really good customer of mine that sells loose tea. It's another direct sales company. And so I opened up her berry mania tea, and then I followed the directions that said 4 tablespoons. I did warm the water. I didn't bring it to a boil, but I warmed it, and then put the, in the meantime, I put the loose tea in the infuser on the inside. So I'll pull this up so you guys can see. So there's the loose tea there. And so it's been seeping for about an hour. She told me that it doesn't take really long to seep. Like if you look at the back of this package, it says like seep 2 to 3 minutes. Like this is a pretty fast seep. So this is just had warm water, and then I've been trying to cool it down in the fridge while you guys are here. So actually it's cool now. I didn't add any sugar to it. So you guys can try it unsweet if you'd like. But this would be something really easy for you guys to do at a show. You can do something like Casey did with the sangria and put put fruits and stuff in there. And because that bottle of wine wasn't that much wine.
The bottle of wine barely filled up.
Yeah, the quick stir pitcher. So
I mean, the bottle of
option.
wine is less than a liter, so.
Yeah. So yeah, this holds 40 milliliters, I think the use and care said. But you've got some different ideas you can do with this. The
Anybody here a cold brew person?
yeah, you've done cold brew before?
Yeah, but unfortunately not in this.
Well, yeah, because it just came out, right.
So then now we know to pick on you and Jennifer or Jenny. You
All right, so we've got the option for cold brew coffee, hot tea, and iced tea, and then infused water comes right here with the use and care. So if you read the use and care when it comes to, I usually read these once or kind of breeze through like I just did, and then I toss them in the trash because I used to keep them all.
should recycle them.
Okay, so we'll recycle them into the recycle bin outside, but they're online and they're also in the app. Yeah. So you can read all of that on the app. So that's why I don't keep them. All right, so let me go ahead and get this ice cream out and get that started so that we can have some ice
I've
cream
been getting
churning.
a lot of questions in my last couple shows about this pitcher, and so I felt like I need to learn a little more about cold brew so I can accurately answer questions because I was like, I don't know. The lady was asking.
Did you bring
something.
your all your other pieces? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You're special.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry,
so for the
ladies.
first round of ice
Just
cream.
You know what though? The base is important, so.
Right.
Oh.
All right, so your base has to stay in your freezer. The first time you use it, it does need to stay in overnight or at least 8 hours. So the inside of this can get all cold. And then you're going to lock it in place. So it just kind of rotates a little bit. You can kind of see the indentions on the side there. And then power this baby on. What do you need, please?
What do you want first?
Why is it not powering on?
Is it plugged in all the way?
I hope my kids didn't mess up this chat earlier today. Well, that's never happened before.
Did you make it work, Amy?
Let me just try this other jack. Just for giggles over here.
We must have ice cream. I'll drive home.
I was gonna say, well, no, you live way out there.
I know.
I'll drive home.
Yeah,
Actually,
we're
no,
just
I'll
gonna-
call Matt.
Yeah.
You want me to do that?
I'm not getting any power.
I'll right now.
Okay, I just used this.
All right. Did you get it wet at all? You know, that's a thing.
No.
Oh.
I've used it since I took it to a show because I made peppermint.
Hey, I have an emergency.
All right, so.
I need you to bring the ice cream maker to Tiffany's house.
Put this back in the freezer.
Oh, he just left the store. Does anyone else have a quicker turnaround time? All right.
Okay, so I have ice cream ingredients
Okay,
in the
thank you,
refrigerator.
babe.
That's one of the things you probably should do, especially if you're doing this at a show, is freeze your ingredients. Or not freeze
just
them, but
bring the
they've been in
top.
the refrigerator since what time did I get back here? 3, 4 o'clock. And so I've mixed everything that I needed to mix and it's in the refrigerator. So one batch that we were gonna make is a 2 ingredient recipe, and the okay, the 2 ingredients, one is a 2-cup thing of whipping cream, you know, like the bigger milk carton, and 1 can of caramel condensed milk.
I cannot find that to save my life.
Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah.
She had Walmart.
You had it on, and I had to go get as soon
Yes.
as I saw it, and I don't even have ice cream maker yet.
Yes. So you can take regular condensed milk and you can Google like how to turn it into caramel. It's just like making the can hot. Like I've seen people do it like
Yeah, I don't think
hot.
it's totally safe though.
So this is a caramel version, and it's just the 2 ingredients together in there, and it makes a caramel ice cream. They do sell chocolate, however, I've not seen chocolate in my Walmart up here. Then the
I bet
other
Amazon
one,
has that.
yeah,
It's
probably.
really easy to make that homemade. I've made that, not the caramel one, but I've made that homemade before.
Interesting. All right, and then the other one is the basic vanilla. So I followed the directions: 2 cups of whipping cream. Luckily, my Farm Fresh only sells whipping cream that comes in the 2 cups. 1 cup of whole milk, a 1/2 cup of sugar, and a teaspoon. Oops, I did a tablespoon of vanilla extract.
Darn it.
Darn. So that's in another bowl in my refrigerator, ready to go for when we rectify this issue.
But
So
if you were doing this at a show, your host could totally mix that up ahead of time and tell her to do
Yes.
that. Tell her to do it and put it in the fridge.
I'm
so
doing a stainless steel bowl too. I hear that helps.
stainless steel. Well, I mean, it is gonna, you
I
know.
usually put it in my freezer for 20 minutes.
You can put it in your freezer
And
too. So we did that the other day.
chill.
Instead of vanilla, we used peppermint extract, and then we did crushed up Oreos in there. My kids wanted to add green food coloring because it made it minty. Because the color matters. It looked like a leprechaun did something in there. That's what it looked like. Just follow this recipe here, and I've collected a bunch of recipes. Hopefully you guys have seen them on the team page of what I've collected so far of different things. What I can offer you is a non-dairy ice cream that I've already made. If there's somebody who doesn't do dairy.
Me?
This is bananas, coconut milk, and chocolate chips. So my daughter has a friend who has a lactose issue, so we made this one while she was here. And so it is a dairy-free version of ice cream.
I made the one that's on the website, the vegan strawberry at a show on Friday, and it came out really well, but it only made like this much.
Oh no.
It only filled the thing up about this much.
Yeah.
So for the whole thing to fill, I think you have to double it.
Okay, hold on.
When I did it, it made a whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know how to measure. It only made like it didn't fill up the thing.
Mine did.
Maybe it
Like,
didn't
the whole-
fluff up as much. Did yours like start out low and then fluff?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it just didn't fluff enough. But they went wild over it. They said it was really good.
Yeah, it,
So-
it is yummy.
Okay, so sorry for the ice cream delay. We'll leave these out because it'll be easier to scoop when it's a little cooler. But that is your new summer products. So hopefully this gets you excited about some of those options. The use of care cards will be out here for you guys to look at and play with. And then we are at, what's up next on our agenda?
You could totally do an ice cream social as a party. I mean, have you all thought about booking that? Have you done that?
I saw someone did one where they pre-did a whole bunch of different flavors,
Yes.
and they did an ice cream bar.
Okay, that could work. A perfect container to put the ice cream in is the leak-proof containers. That's a really easy cross sell. The 5 1/4, is it 5 1/4, 5 1/2?
Yeah, rectangle.
Whatever that one is, that's perfect for ice cream. So that's a great cross sell, and you're not supposed to put what in the ice cream maker?
Metal.
Metal, no metal utensils. So our ice cream scoop does not go in there. But a scraper goes in there because a lot of times it's kind of soft servy anyway. So scrape it out into your freezer and then freeze it in one of these. I'll tell you that I have frozen stuff in this, and this becomes my serving size. So, yeah, that happened.
Because what I like to do is I like to scrape out my ice cream into a different container, wash it out real quick,
Yeah, put it right back in the freezer.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I can make another batch.
Yes, so you should totally, that's why I don't store it in my ice cream maker, because I want to be able to reuse it. However, it does not work really well to do 2 batches back to back.
No.
All right,
Julie's in
so
that
I
fold.
did 2 batches of vanilla because I needed more vanilla ice cream when I made Drew's birthday cake. And I ended up mixing them together, which was fine, but it was soup, and I had to put it back in the freezer to set it up anyway. So it was fine that I went ahead and got them all kind of churned together or whatever, but it was not like you could have scooped it out with a spoon and eaten it. You could have milkshaked it with a straw. That would have
I
really been
love
fine.
milkshakes.
So I'm not, you know.
Well, my plan for the ice cream social that's happening next Tuesday is we're going to start off with the barbecue chicken sandwiches that you all have been eating. Are they delicious?
Yes.
Okay. And while the ice cream is making, and then we're going to do the toppings. So we're using a lot of our prep tools for that. We're going to put it in the cool and serve because got to show that off
Good
in the
idea.
summer. And that's all I got so far. And then
Come this way to
hopefully
the
they buy me
camera so they
$1
can hear
million.
you. So if you're gonna use a large full and serve?
Yes.
And-
And maybe the small one. I don't even know what all
What
we're
toppings are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna limit it?
I've sent her a list. I haven't looked at it in 2 weeks. At her list. So we're gonna do strawberries with a quick slice. We're gonna do probably Oreos, maybe a food processor. Maybe pretzels. Did I tell
Food chopper?
Maybe, or salad choppers. We'll be using those on the chicken. I don't remember what else I told her. Of course, chocolate syrup and whatever. We're gonna make whipped cream. So that'll be there too. So I don't know what else. So that may not be enough to fill up the large and the small.
But you could at least maybe do the four
could do
divisions of
fruit.
the four.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
do the big one.
Banana, I mean,
Oh, I think she's gonna do some pineapple. Maybe.
there you go. You can use
Yeah.
pineapple ledger.
Nobody's gonna eat that on their ice cream.
Pineapple and ice cream.
Do you?
Yeah.
Pineapple and vanilla.
Yes.
Vanilla.
Amy doesn't eat much of anything, so don't take her word for it.
Just the
I'm
ice
gonna
cream.
put chocolate
So
syrup.
there's definitely lots of options. Now, one thing that we are curious about trying is putting margarita mix in the ice cream
Oh yes, I haven't
maker
done that yet.
and making it like a beverage.
Yeah.
So,
But I've heard you can take soda and put in there, and then you have Slurpee.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
and some of the recipes do call for like a can of condensed milk and a soda. Just the two of those.
Oh,
Like
I
I
didn't
saw
even
one
see
that was
those.
called like Big Red.
I'm
We
not
don't
gonna do
here- we
that.
don't have Big Red
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
soda.
big red cream soda, yeah, we.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. Actually, like, I got it.
And they mix the two together, and that's a recipe.
Ah.
So that's something that, you know, in that document, I remember grabbing that recipe and put it in there. But so it's, I think it's more like a sherbet consistency.
Yeah.
So, but you
And
definitely got
and
some
there's- there are
options.
sherbet recipes on there too, so. If you haven't seen the recipes, go on the team page and up on the right hand corner, you'll see search, or if you're on your phone, it's gonna be at the very top. And just type in,
Ice cream maker.
yeah, or type in maker, because that's a strange word, right? And see what, and it'll come up. So.
I had to use the search function today in our own group to find a post that I had posted like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So I use the search function all the time.
If we found, because I just found one 2 days ago for ice cream.
If you tag me in it or send it to me, you gotta copy and paste the whole thing to me.
It's a picture, I took a picture of it off the
Nope,
recipe
She
card.
made peanut butter ice cream. I'm just saying that.
Find the recipe and then send me the words.
Okay,
I don't want to input pictures in that document. I only want words, unless it's pictures of the instructions. I
Okay.
want like literally text for the instructions, but a picture of the finished product, yeah, that's really fine. Like of your bowl,
yeah, I didn't say that.
you don't have to.
Well,
That's like every other recipe I have as a picture, so it's totally fine. All right, so before we go in the other room, let's go ahead and welcome some of our new faces that are here tonight. So even if you're not brand spanking new, but maybe it's your first time at our team meeting, we'll start over here with Jenny. So Jenny, tell us one, who you joined with, and then what have you enjoyed using so far, or why did you decide to try Pamper Chef, or just a little bit of anything.
Laura Robertson.
So Laura asked you
Yeah.
to the business.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I saw her at the Jubilee, and I just wanted to spend more time with my twins.
Uh-huh. How old are they?
They're
Awesome.
6-year-old twins, and I just quit my job 2 years at Wawa, and I figured that would be a good something to do to earn some extra money
Very cool.
and spend time with my twins.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, Terry, we'll come over to you since you're new.
I came in under you,
Yes.
and we met at that church.
We did. We met over a year ago.
Yeah. And I used to be, like 15, 20 years ago, I was in the business, and then I got out, and I love the product, still have everything I had before, and came back
Awesome.
in.
Very nice. All right. And then Stacey, you're a guest of Stacey.
Yes.
So have we scared you yet?
No.
Okay, awesome. And I can't remember what I'm supposed to ask guests. Just welcome, I guess.
Have you had a show? Have you been to a show? What's your favorite Pamper Chef stuff?
Okay, years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, a lady I was renting her house from, her daughter had gotten into Pamper Chef. Because she wanted to pay to remodel her kitchen.
Oh.
And she was gonna use all her earnings to remodel her kitchen. So anyway, she came over one night and just had like a practice thing before the real show, because back then, the virtual
We didn't do that.
We
was
didn't do that.
around,
Right.
you know, so her mom and I were her you know, guinea pigs for her
Oh, fun.
practice show.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so that's really when I started getting products. And I got a pretty good little assortment.
Awesome.
From
And
them.
you've recently hosted with
And-
Stacy.
I did a virtual with Stacy,
Awesome.
who I met through a coworker of mine, who knows her, who we're also trying to get
Bring
to
in
join
her.
us.
I like it. Let's tag team.
Yeah.
Because I called her earlier and I said, I saw that you said you were going to the meeting tonight. Are you coming?
Yeah.
That's when it comes up.
Very awesome. All right, we're gonna scoot around in here. We'll let Dawn, come on in, Dawn. So tell us, you joined with Amy,
I did.
and then what have you been using so far? What have you enjoyed?
Actually, probably the rock crop I use the most of. And I actually, this was not even my idea, even though I talked to Amy about it. I have a 24-year-old daughter that said, Mom, let's do it together. Yeah, well, I'm here by myself.
Okay.
That's all right, that's fine. She's a lot of fun. We've done, I think we're up to 7 parties now. We started just
Awesome.
doing virtual because we both have full-time jobs. And, but no one wants, I shouldn't say no one. I've done a couple of virtual parties, but everybody wants you home. So
It's more fun.
It
it
is.
has been a ton of fun, and I've really enjoyed it. So we do that together.
Yeah.
So I usually, she's a little quieter than I am, so I usually do the demonstration, and she handles all the money part.
Nice.
So, and she's more computer savvy, so she gets up there and does, you know, our business posts and stuff. But I love it.
Cool.
It's been fantastic.
All right. And Ashley, we've seen you on Zoom, but you have to reintroduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Ashley. I'm back. I was selling 5 years ago. Yeah, something like that. And then I don't know what happened.
Did she have a baby? Did she have a 5-year? Did she have her last one by then? The Santa baby.
It was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Sam, what
I
do you?
probably, yeah.
And my oldest was an infant at that time, so
Yeah.
she kind of threw me for a loop with
Yeah.
everything.
That's a
And
lot.
now I've had another one since.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
And she's,
Hmm?
and you homeschool.
and I homeschool.
Yeah.
So I'm a little busy. And I teach at church, you know,
Yeah.
and I run a life group at church. So
You can talk to Stacy. She can help you manage all that.
it's a lot. But all the shows that I've had since I started back have been virtual.
Okay.
So it's been kind of awesome not having to leave my home and still being able to play. I've done the live thing,
Cooking show live.
which was hilarious and awkward. But it was but
It's so much fun when you're
it
doing it.
worked out.
Nobody talks back. You're like,
Yeah.
Except my 6-year-old.
Yeah, so you're like,
I did a few of these, you
Yeah.
know. But it was a lot of fun, and I have my first first, I don't know what to call that.
Yeah.
Relaunch.
No,
Relaunch.
again,
Relaunch.
cooking show next month, and it's gonna be a lot of ladies. So
Good.
awesome.
nice. I'm excited about that.
All right, Chrissy, we're up to you.
What was the question again?
Chrissy is a guest, and she was one of my hostesses about a year ago, last summer
Yes.
sometime. So she's been contemplating the business since then, and go ahead.
Okay. I don't know what you want me to tell you, other than I'm ready to sign up.
She's
so-
ready.
Let's do it.
Praise Jesus. Bring out the contract.
So you guys know there's 2 major questions to ask when somebody's on the fence like this. Do you need to know how to sign up or why to sign up? Okay, because the how, here's my iPad, you can do it right here. I have done that with it in Panera with someone. She was like, wanted to meet to talk, and I'm like, okay, well, do you want to know why or how? Just like, just how. Okay, here's my website, just do that. And then if you need to know the why, that's when you take that conversation a little bit further, you know, and so Stacy may ask you that, because I've been helping her with some of that, so that's a good getting thing to use for the things we were talking about last night. But, you know, Chrissy's ready, so she had to get through some things, and
Still getting through a couple.
with
of
like,
things.
you know, yeah, like she's had some surgery, you're planning the reunion, we're only a class apart in high school, so she's planning the 97 reunion. Yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for coming as guests and new consultants. Amy and I usually have a third person that helps us do all the meetings. She had an emergency, and so she's flying to Chicago right now. She landed yet? I don't know what she told us. So typically every meeting it is here. We always have food that you guys contribute and bring. If you did that and you brought something, your name goes on this poster board for Cooking for Books. And when we fill that up, we do a drawing for a winner for a prize. guys. So thank you guys for bringing something to eat. Amy and I put a lot of brain power into these meetings, so we can't always put physical work of making something, although she did today. So that's why we rely on you guys to help do pieces of that. So if you
And
need,
You can save your receipts for tax write-off.
it is a tax write-off for you to try a new recipe. We always try to think of a theme that, like, so the reason we did this is we wanted to think of a recipe that's easy to do at shows, does not include the oven, can be done in the microwave, and done fast and easy. So we're going to talk about summer bookings later, and this is an awesome recipe to do for the summer bookings. If you need to use the restrooms, down the hall right there, just excuse my little pipsqueak of a dog who has a big dog complex. Help yourself to refills. And then we're actually going to step in the other room. We'll get the iPad hooked up because Casey has graciously volunteered to take Laura's place tonight and lead our first streaming. All right, so come on to this side. Grab a drink if you need to. Come on in here.
Come on, Zoomers. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
That's right.
Hashtag 717 does not mean 7117. It means 6117.
No, it means 6:30:17. All right, so let me first hand out while you guys are getting comfy.
I need a glass of sangria.
Yes, go get a beverage. I always give out these notes so that you guys can take notes if you of the trainings that we talk about. We typically have 3 trainings for every meeting. So that's why you'll see training 1, training 2, training 3. They're not always in the same order as the sheet. But if you need a writing utensil, there are some on the table right where you walked in and did your stats card. A couple things that we'll do in a little while is everyone definitely needs to do a stat card, whether you had sales last month or not, if it was your first month last month. Always do a stats card because you always get, when we go over recognition, I'll tell you a little bit more about why we do that. And then we always have a product bag raffle. So that's right behind where Stacy and Stacy are sitting, Stacy Squared. That little green box right there, and the prices for the raffles are on there. Right behind the other Stacy's head is our catalog raffle basket. So if you brought a catalog, you throw it in there, you take a ticket, winner takes all the catalogs home.
Okay. Rip your ticket in half, and then put half in the bucket and just hold on to the other half. I throw mine in my.
Come on in. Are you? No, come on in.
Can I put my phone in over here?
Yes, there is an outlet right there.
Because I just have to watch. Freezer thought.
All right, so if you will retire your cell phones to your pocket or your purse or whatever, because we want to give Casey our undivided attention. But training number, where did Casey go? She's getting
I'm right
her stuff.
here.
Okay. Do you need my paper?
I did that.
Yeah, I do.
Because I'm going to type as you. So what I typically do is we have a agenda that we go by. We've created the agenda. Most of the notes are in here that I then will share all that with you. But I have to write to kind of sink it in anyway. So that's why we give you paper to write, even though we're going to give you all these notes and a copy of the recording so you can go back and watch this if you need more help. So I'm going to give you that. And then I'm going to launch my notes. But you are good to go, my friend.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Casey. It's my first time up here.
Woo!
Zoomers, hello. All right. Why is summertime a great time to host a pamper chef party? Nancy.
Right on.
Because we can do it right by the pool and enjoy the weather, right?
Sarah.
Oh, the ice cream maker.
Stacy.
Huh?
Why is summertime a great time to host a pamper chef party?
There's a great new product.
Great new products. Schedules are more relaxed. People have more time for socializing during the summer. The weather allows for outdoor events, poolside patio deck, grilling, etc. People are looking for a lighter style recipe and quick and easy food prep ideas. Like, Stacey, how hard was dinner tonight? 15 minutes in the microwave, right? And host specials are some of the best specials of the year. Does anyone know what the host specials are for the summer?
June, 60% off, 1 item or set.
Perfect. Sarah?
Double hostess rewards at $6.50.
Yep. And? And the Rock Crack is 60% off in the month of July.
So yeah, they
so,
need a double dip in July.
So July is an awesome time. So for the month of June, you can get 60% off anything in the catalog, including sets. July, the Rock Crack is 60% off. Plus, if you have guest sales of $650 or higher, your free products double. So instead of being $115 of free products, it's now $230 of free products. Does anyone know what August is? Somebody look that
It's
far
the
ahead.
executive cookware. 60%
Executive
off.
cookware, 60% off. So if you know someone that's like, man, I need to get some cookware, like let them know now, because some people need to think about it. Because you know, still 60% off, you're spending at least $100 on a set. But like, I have a girl I've been trying to get since like last December, and I'm like, girl, 60% off, so I'm trying to reel her in. So yeah, perfect.
When you have them send your wish lists, I go back through those and I go, okay, they want the executive cookware and I like that them up. Or if I know they want a rock product on the wish list.
You need some help with virtual parties and what she's talking about, Stacy Fitzgerald. Tag her on the team page because
Okay, I'll
she
send you
taught
some
me
time
that.
Yeah,
That
I have
idea.
a wish list Wednesday where they get raffle tickets for sending me their wish
Okay,
list
thank
and sharing it with me.
That's a good idea.
And then I can go through them on monthly specials and find out who has what's on the monthly special and say, hey, just so you know, I saw this was on your wish list. It's the monthly special. Would you like to host?
You have a page?
No, she's on our team page.
Okay.
So I can bump it.
You can, and I can add it to one of the shows I'm doing where you can flip through and see it. I do them in groups, so my posts aren't in order, but none of my posts are mine.
They're all copied, like the rest of us.
What do I say?
But
I'm
I'm sure I stole wish list Wednesday from somebody else.
There are some graphics that say wish list Wednesday on our team page. And I just grabbed one of those and just schedule it in SendShare to post it on Wednesdays. And I got one today, even though it wasn't Wednesday, I got one today.
So what are you doing with the wish list?
Well, then I have them all, and so I can flip through them and look at what they've
You
said
just,
they want
you
and
just contact them.
contact them,
That's awesome.
especially if I know it's coming up. So I have someone who I know has on their wish list the grill pants, so I'm gonna send them
There's somebody
a
in this
message.
room who actually sent me their wish list recently.
Sorry, did you say he's here?
He'll be here in 2 minutes. He's turning off
Oh,
the Indian
I
River.
was like,
White truck.
okay.
All right. Matt's my husband's
Thank
bringing
you.
the ice cream maker. So now that we have lots of great reasons for hosting, let's talk about what we have to offer this time of year that we only offer in the summer. So you make themes that are like summer specific, like by the pool and grilling, you know, when the weather's nice. So what are we doing when we offer exclusive summer only themes? We are creating a sense of urgency. This is the only time of year that I do salad and sangrias parties, or you know, something else. It's the only time of year I cook out by the pool, and you know, I want you to have fun with me with doing this. When you create a sense of urgency, they know that they must book now to get that type of party. You can't do, you know, salad. You can't do by the pool in January. It's snowing. I mean, you could try.
You try.
I don't know what your guess turnout would be, but you could try. But does that mean that if you have a hot host lead for the month of September that you can't do a salad sangria party in September? No, of course you can, but you know, you want to create that urgency to get them to book now so they can get that type of party from you. Is it enough to just rattle off a list of themes that we are offering? I don't know the answer to that question. No, it's not enough. What can we do when talking about a certain theme to make it sound great? What would you do? To make
Amy's the queen of
what would you do to make it theme
themes.
sound?
Amy, come in here and tell them how you paint that picture.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll switch with you.
So I just walked in the door, so what do I?
So we were talking about what can we do when talking about a certain theme to make it sound great? We want to paint a picture for them.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will typically, when I'm talking about booking a show, what you could get when you book a show with me, I will start naming things. So I'll say whether we do a dinner time and no time Tuesday, wine, cheese, and chocolate Wednesday, fajitas and margaritas Thursday, or pajamas and paper chef Friday, and that'll get them thinking about it. And then later on, I'll reference things. I'll be, you know, if I'm using the salad toppers, I'll be like, oh, this is one I love to use in my fajitas and margaritas with all those onions and peppers and freshly cooked chicken. And I'll just talk about it, all those themes again. So I'm constantly referencing those as I touch products that they related to. It took me a while to get good at that because it's just not, I didn't think of it, you know? So I had to remind myself. But I know you're going to talk, have you talked about Party Gotcha?
No.
Okay, so I know we're going to talk in a minute about some of the stuff that home office has for us to help you paint the picture and think of those words. But what is appetizing to you? How does Applebee's get you to come in and try their whatever? How does Chili's get you to come in? They talk about flavors. They talk about appearance of things, you know, so kind of be a student, I guess, of what you're attracted to.
All about
That's
marketing.
Yeah, I like how she pointed out that when she touches a product, she tries to paint a picture with it, and also you want to try to get a booking with it too. So when you touch a like the Mayo food processor, you're like, oh, you know, and also when you book a show, you can get this as a half price item at your fajita margarita party. Painting word pictures can make the difference between ho hum and over the top. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to invite my friends over for this party. Descriptive words can help hosts envision the theme coming to life. So let's brainstorm some summer party ideas and how we could talk about them during a party or when out and about. Let's start with the themes that the home office has already put together for us in our party packs. Has anyone gone online and checked out the party packs? So,
Does anybody know what party packs are? What are they, Stacey?
They're little packs that they put together that have posts and pictures that can be used virtually, or, you know, you could probably always just use the wording if you're actually at a party as well. So
Yeah.
they kinda
Where do
give
we find them?
Sound Consultants Corner under
Marketing imagery. Have you guys seen that post that I posted about how cool the new marketing imagery looks? That's where you find all those party packs. And they have in the party packs invitations, words to use, pictures to use. I mean, it's a party pack. It's everything you need in a pack.
it tells you what to post on Facebook. Some of the party pack examples that they have on for home office are burger bar and shakes, salads and sangria, farmers market fresh. They also have gather around the grill, rock the grill, fajitas and margaritas. Did you know that home office provides words for you to say for each theme right there inside the party pack, like Tiffany just said? For example, for the party pack gather around the grill, this is what they have written in there. In the mood for an outdoor grilling extravaganza? Book a party with me and we'll show your friends how to rock the grill with a fun get-together. Freshen your cooking skills, try out a great selection of products, and learn a delicious new recipe to share with your friends and family. Follow up your booking words with word-painted pictures of a couple of recipes you would offer at that theme. Example, I bet your friends would love the summer fresh flavors in our Chops California Cobb salad. I'll show you how to grill chicken in the flash and how to quickly and easily chop up the chicken and veggies for a summer salad they'll want to make all summer long. And our grilled flatbread will have them drooling.
So do you see how those words, you made your host pick a recipe and then you've eliminated that worry from your host coaching and planning?
Use the guide to the party pack file with each one to help you with ideas and recipe options. So they give you all the recipes too. The key is to pick a couple of themes that you would enjoy doing if you were hosting a party. Make the words your own and be passionate and excited when you share them. You're sure to connect with your enthusiasm. When your enthusiasm is contagious. And one of the nice things is, like when we were talking about making the recipes out here, is that when you go and buy product ingredients for a new recipe, it is a tax write-off. So you Pampered Chef lets you make one recipe, right? You could get a tax write-off.
It's like one
time.
one try of that recipe. You can't make the same recipe like 6 times or write it off all 6 times.
But you can write it off, and that way you can try it at home before you go and make it in front of somebody. And so, especially if you're new, I like trying out my demo on my husband before I go out to a party next
And
weekend.
Casey tends to go live when she does this and props up her phone in her kitchen, or she does little videos on her phone and then mushes them together using an Apple program called iMovie.
Yeah, I like to
So
mush them
she's
together.
awesome
So
at
instead
that.
of being like a 15-minute me cooking my chicken in the microwave, I just chicken in the microwave, 2 seconds later, chicken's done, and then it's me chopping up my chicken and then throwing my barbecue sauce on top. That's what I did for tonight. All right, so I'm going to brainstorm. Let's think of some themes that are not currently party packs. So something I haven't thought of or that I haven't mentioned yet. What would you like to offer this summer?
Anything. There's no wrong answer.
Ice cream social.
Ice cream social.
I'm so excited about that.
I came up with fun in the sun. It could be anything, but I mean, it just entails being outdoors.
I think I put nothing but sweets and do brownies.
I'm
Ice
gonna come to
cream.
that part. I'll be a host.
Chocolate spoon. Forget the healthy stuff.
Wait a minute, what was that you were saying about not eating carbs?
Actually, a teacher today told me that she eats like crap all summer long because if she has a stomachache the next day, she can just sit up and watch Lifetime the next day. I was like, I like that way.
You can do like sips and sweets.
Ooh,
like
sips
doing
and
the
sweets.
cold brew coffee with brownies and something.
Would
that
also
sounds
like
like
to
a really
party
good
with
night.
you.
What else we got?
Does brats and brownies sound too gross?
Sure.
Because I mean, if you have the grill, you can make the brats and you can make the brownies and pretty much any.
I'll grill a brownie, I don't care.
There's people who even, they even make brownies in their executive grill pan.
Yeah,
Some people make
Why
brownies
not?
in
Let's
that.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm down
put
with
that, put
that.
that right in the oven.
Chicken and waffles happen. Why can't Brad the brownie? Yeah, come on.
I just wouldn't eat that off the same plate.
Yes, you would. Don't even say that.
I
Yes,
would
you
too.
You would have it right
I would
there.
too.
and
Oh, I would.
smell
They
it.
just, not like,
You just wouldn't take the brownie and sop up.
Yes,
the
not
batter.
like-
It's
yeah.
not cornbread. It's not
Yeah.
cornbread and broth.
we used to, one of the themes I remember we did was, what the heck, let's do it on the deck. Like, it was like,
I like that.
Tiny.
What the heck? Do it on the deck party. And when we say do it on the deck, we're talking about cooking it on the deck.
Thank
Piper
you for
Chef
clarifying that,
consultants
'cause
like
I'm
to
thinking
do it on
that
the
my-
kitchen
my friends
counter.
would have a fit.
We've done Battle of the Sexes with the chicken in the grill pan, chicken on the grill. So the guys and the girls. The one thing you have to be cautious about there is that your host will be like, I have 10 people coming, and you're like, woo! It's
that's 5
checkbooks.
wallets.
5 checkbooks, yeah, it's not good. So you just have to make sure you're aware of that. But
What about,
Do a grill it like the girl, grill it like a
grill
girl
like a
party.
girl?
Grill like a girl and use your executive
oh my
grill.
gosh, I love that. I love it.
Don't, that's what I say to every
No,
show.
I don't think so that. Whatever. Like I've been to her show.
I just
Grill like
copyrighted it
a
from
girl.
her, though.
Girl, like,
So what is grill like a girl?
That was
that's
the
how
California version.
why I
Like,
say
like
you
a
use your
girl.
grill pan, because you grill it like a girl. You grill inside. I don't like to go outside when it's hot, cold, muggy, or buggy. When you live in Virginia, it's all year round.
What does that mean?
I like
When to do with the new grill?
Indoor, you could do the executive grill
Right,
pan
I'm dying to see
or
that in
the
practice.
indoor outdoor.
We can grill some peaches on it. Tiffany and I.
We
grill
ate a
peaches on
whole
it.
plate of peach nachos, the two of us together.
She's like, we're gonna put she just got it. She's like, I'm gonna break this bad boy in. I said, I'm off today. So we came over, I picked up like some little Korean, I picked up some steak strips and we cooked it on the grill. I'm like, I also got peaches too. And some Stacy's pita chips, the cinnamon kind.
Oh yeah.
And we melted white chocolate drizzled all over it. There was no diet that day. It was gone.
Oh, another one that Laura had already given us was flip flops and lemon drops.
Yes, flip-flops, lemon
What do you make for that one?
I don't
Whatever you
know,
want.
whatever you want.
You show up in flip flops. You have an alcohol.
Who has the cutest flip flops? It's like soup and slippers. You just whoever has cute flip flops.
But I mean, do we have a drink called lemon drop or something?
I'm sure we can.
There was a lemon
Lemon
something.
ginger teenies.
Lemon
That's what
ginger
we had
teenies.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Or,
They're kind of they're a little more than I would do
Flavor
for the show.
intensive.
I could
or
do-
you just do
Lemonade and vodka.
lemonade and vodka
Yeah.
and your
Keep it
quick
easy.
and your quick stir pitcher.
Yep.
There you go. It's Spam Chef product.
Taste of the Tropics was her other
Taste
one.
of the Tropics.
Taste of Tropics is like my favorite all time.
What would you have at a Taste of the Tropics party?
Aloha Pizza, holla! I love it.
I love Aloha Pizza.
Yes, Aloha Pizza from the old school.
Yes.
Or the other one I love to do is chicken in a grill pan with Jamaican jerk, and I make coconut rice in my rice maker and pineapple salsa. It's like that, and they're like, so eat it up. Love it.
All right. What's the one thing that you must have to have a full calendar in the summer? You need to have belief. You need to believe that your summer is a great time for a party. Then you need to arm yourself with a compelling booking message and take action now to add more June and July shows. And if you still aren't 100% convinced that summer will be awesome for your business, just take action and act as if it was already true. Action leads to results, which reinforces your belief, which leads to more action and more results. It's a circle of success. So what type of booking message do y'all would be compelling? What do you have, that, Amy, that you use as a compelling booking message when you're at your parties?
I truly, truly believe. Okay, so July is double free. All right, what to do? Okay, I'm just gonna say now. All right. The problem with double free is you got to hit 650. Okay. Now I got no problem getting you there. All right, I can do it. But some people see that and they're like, okay. You know what's even better than that is when you can pick your 60% off. June is my favorite month. June is my favorite month. Now, on July 1st, I'm gonna tell you July is my favorite month. I truly, truly believe whatever month I'm trying to book for it is the best special we have. It is the best special I've seen in 4 months, and probably the best one that's gonna happen until December. Okay, and I feel that in my heart. I really do. I really think June is awesome. If you've been somebody who's waiting for cookware, bam, you can have it in June, 60% off. You cannot get a better deal.
I had someone who said they wanted a cookware show,
Yes.
and we didn't know August yet. And I'm like, June, you get
Yeah.
anyone
June
item at
is
60%
amazing.
off. Plus, Also, you can get anything half off at any time. That's part of the host program.
Yeah.
So
And you're talking about dollars at that point.
That that double burner grill pan with the 2 presses is $200. This is, I always say this, $250. 60% off is $100. That is
Yes.
amazing.
That is less than the actual single grill pan.
Yes.
and if you use it once a week, it's only $2 a week.
Yes, math, okay? Just math, all right? The other thing is, next month is not only double free, like that's an aside, it's Rock Rocks. Oh my gosh, like I'm so excited about that when I'm ready to book July. I'm so excited about that. Because if you were like, oh, I like a Rock Rocks, but I don't have enough $139, oh my gosh, do you know how much that is 60% off? Because I don't know it yet.
$59.
$59 and 80 cents, I think. It's amazing. So when you feel that, when you can get behind that, I mean, not just like, I need bookings in July. That's a crappy place to be. Okay? But when you feel like, oh my gosh, I know you have been waiting for a Rock Rock, and now I can give it to you for less than it would cost you to eat at Applebee's with you and your husband and 2 friends. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is such a good belief to have. And when you have that belief, people will see it, and it's easy.
And I will suggest to you not to post on Facebook, who wants to book a show with me?
Oh my God, yes.
Nobody responds to
Nobody
that.
responds to that.
I will
But
tell
if you like post something about the Rock Crock and then kind of say like paint that picture about maybe like,
Oh my gosh, I made this delicious barbecue in 12 minutes in my microwave.
then you can then PM them and talk to them about getting it 60% off and what it would cost. So just throwing out there, hey, anybody want to have a show? No.
Yeah. Who wants a Rock Rock at 60? Don't. Just post about the Rock Rock, and then when you get that interest, then say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because
Here's the price.
You know, you had mentioned about the Who Loves Paper Chef, pick number 1 through 25 or 1 through 20.
Yeah.
Earlier today. I did that over the weekend, and I have 8 shows in July. I have never once had more than 4 shows. And I have a couple of shows in August. I have one coming up in September already, just for this one post. And it's people. It's just, you say, if you love Paper Chef, pick a number, and they're responding me 2, 4, 9, 18, 2. And I just private message them, and I say the exact same verbiage to every single person. It is, hey, I know you love Paper Chef. I love Paper Chef. Lucky number 9 is going to get you a free summer product when you host a qualifying show of $200. You know, we can do a virtual party, or you can do a catalog show, or if you want to do a cooking show at somebody's house, you can throw that in the verbiage too. And they don't know that their lucky number product is the exact same for every single person.
Just make sure you change the number.
You gotta change the number.
I made that mistake already twice.
Yeah, so did I.
And that's when you say, oh, I just did a typo.
Typo.
I made a typo.
I'm typing so fast.
No, I
But-
understand what you meant by your message. I'm not gonna tell you the same thing I've been telling everybody.
Got it.
All right, because I was copying and pasting. Yes.
Yeah. And it's people letting you know that they're interested in Pampered Chef. So there's people I've already talked to. I know they're not ready to host a show until the fall, because they've been around the business. They know new fall products are coming out. That's when they want to host a show.
I literally, when I did it, I stuck in there 4 dates that I wanted to fill with cooking shows. And I got one person to bite on it immediately. Like she was in the first 5 people that posted, and she responded back, okay, I'm available that day. Sweet. So then I even started thinking, well, what if I fill up those 4 dates? You know, what am I going to do? And then I kind of said, I edited it for the more people and said, or I will extend to July, wink, wink. You know, kind of like saying, oh, for you.
Yeah.
Don't
So,
give away my
I had a
secrets.
couple of people who were like, they're like, oh, June's just not a good month. Can I do next month? And I said, yes, I'll honor it for you next month.
Gee, I guess, right?
I guess.
And then they're like, well, what are this month's special? What's next month's special? And so I was saying, this is June's special. You get 60% off. I said, here's July special. If I'm trying to book up July, then I'll mention like July. Don't forget, July's double free, and you can also get the Rock Crock. You can double dip on it, but they might not know what the Rock Crock is, and that's when I tell them how versatile the Rock Crock is. It goes in your microwave, it goes in your stove, it goes in the oven, on your broiler, on the grill, in a slow cooker, and in the dishwasher.
And it kind of goes back to the sense of urgency she talked about earlier. If I'm trying to book July because I have goals to earn the sellathon, we'll talk about what the sellathon is for you guests in a minute. If I'm trying to earn that, I want the shows in June so I can get the sellathon in June. But if I'm set for June, then I would make my verbiage be July. You see what I mean? Like you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by offer in July when you haven't booked June.
Yes.
And this is the same thing theory we will tell you when new products come out in September. Do not share what they are in July or in August, the first week when we find out, because you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. We're going to call it your lame duck month, and you're not going to be able to do jack in August, and you don't want to do that. So that's why you're kind of like, you got to create that sense of urgency, but focus on what you need filled. Does that make sense for you guys?
And something that I also did that worked really well for me at the beginning of this month was I just wanted to do a show for myself. You know, I just wanted to get some free products in, build up a little bit of inventory that I can give out to guests or for a vendor show. And I said, for every single person who places an order, I will give you a gift. I didn't tell them what it was. It could have been a pair of tongs. It could have been a season's best. It could have been a grand prize that was $20. But I honored every single person. I gave them a gift. And that's coming out of my pocket, but it's helping me reach my sales goals. So I'm not trying to give a $50 gift to a $50 order. But, you know, I'm just giving a token of appreciation for them supporting my business. That's what I did this month.
For me.
Yeah, I did.
You did, okay.
So
All right, did you have anything else you needed to add?
that's what I got.
Okay,
Now, I have a question.
sure.
So I am not familiar with the Rock Rock at all.
It's
girl.
the most
Oh,
personal thing ever.
You love stoneware.
Yes, I do.
Stoneware on steroids.
That's what it is.
Somewhere else.
Basically, when it came out, the video they showed us was the Rock Rock and then Dwayne the Rock. And so that's enough. It's just that good.
We'll go see, you know, Baywatch together. We'll, But I say that in my show when I go over stoneware, most people are familiar with stoneware. So I say, where are my stoners? And you get the people to raise their hand. Yeah, I've been stoned before. And then I'm like, okay, well, stoneware or Rock Rocks or stoneware on steroids. It's a glaze that's on it. So you saw in the other room, the Rock Rocks. Okay. So the glaze is safe up to 752 degrees. That's a good number to memorize. I know numbers pretty well, better than words. And then it can go in 6 places. So you show them in the catalog. I usually hold the catalog up and show them the 6 places. And we are so cool. We invented a 7th place for it to go. And then that's the stand. Sold over stand, a 7th place for it to go. So recently, when I was talking to somebody, I said, you know, if you've ever wanted to braise a piece of meat and then put it like in a crock pot to cook all day. I remember the first time I ever did that, trying to figure out how to braise a piece of meat like in a piece of cookware and then transport it into a crock pot. You don't have to do that. You just do it all in the rock crock and then set that baby in the stand and it's good to go.
The big kit includes.
Yes. Yep. The everyday rock, exactly. So let's jump into one of my favorite parts of the meeting, and this is when we have our recognition and give everybody a pat on the back for a job well done. So I'll take those. Thank you so much for getting out those clappers. All right, so we have some new faces in the room. So if this is your very first meeting, come on up, consultants, so this is your very first meeting. So that would be Jenny, that would be Terry, that'd be Dawn, and Ashley. We did this for you on there, but come up because we wanted to make sure we give you one of these. Because Amy said she didn't mail it, so that's good.
Oh, you gonna light up more?
You get two.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna give you ladies, you want one of these for our
You loud with me?
All right, step up here. All right, Amy, you wanna read? All right.
Here we go.
I don't know how to read. I only know how to add.
Okay, so this key right here comes off of the card. So you're holding the key to your store. How exciting it is to open up your very own business. Picture yourself opening the doors to your new store. You must be so excited. Have you told everyone about it? How many people will come through your doors? That all depends on how you host coach. How much future business will you have? That all depends on how many bookings you get. Will your business grow and will you need to hire help? That all depends on if you share your business with others. How many hours a week is your business open? No matter if it is full-time, part-time, or a hobby, you need to treat it like a real store with real walls and real hours. If your store is low on sales, needs more customers, etc., you need to do what any other store owner would do. Have a sale, advertise, get the word out that your store is here and open for business. How your business does is completely up to you. Good luck with your business. Tiffany, Amy, and Laura in absentia. And you can put it on your purse, on your keychain, something, and people are going to say, "What's that? Is that your grandmother's house?" And you can tell them it's for your Pampered Chef business.
Stacey, did you get a picture of everybody? Is that what you're doing? Oh, okay.
Bunny ears. Gotcha.
Tiffany put the bunny ears away.
Actually, I didn't do
Here,
that
want this
too.
one back?
All right, thank you. All right, you ladies may have a seat. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so as a team, we wanted to kind of tell you how we did last month in the month of June. So all together, if you're on my team, Foreman's Food Fireworks, raise your hand. I'll check to make sure everybody knows who they are. Okay, we as a team did $15,296. We did 34 shows. And we had 17 of 36 consultants active. That is like a really good percentage. So that's roughly 40%, which is it's been higher. What?
17 and 36.
Yeah, that's almost 50%.
Is that what 50? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting, that's kind of been my goal, is to get that percentage up a little bit higher. All right, so with the Johnson team, raise your hand if you're part of the Johnson team. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so you guys did $8,436. We did 16 shows. Of the 14 consultants on your team, 6 were active, and you added 1 new team member. What do you think was Dawn? Dawn's consultant that you added, yes. So that is together, you're an essential piece of the puzzle. So even if you only did 150 in online sales or $200 party or whatever, you're a piece of that puzzle. So it all adds up. So a nice little chunk of change there. So we also have been doing something called Green by 15. Our goal is between Amy's team, my team, and Laura's team to have 12 of you submit, go green by what date?
15.
The 15th, hence the name Gone Green by 15.
That's
And
Thursday, y'all.
that's this week, okay? And so we beat it again. So, Casey, where did we go? Oh, we haven't gone there yet.
The last one.
No, where did we go last month?
We went to Mexico.
We went to Mexico. That's right, because Nancy, you were there. And so by the 15th of May, there was enough of you green that we treated you out to a beverage.
That
So-
Jumbo margarita had me so.
Very
My
good.
cheeks were so rosy. Oh my god, y'all.
So this coming month, okay, so Thursday is our deadline for that. So you have, literally your numbers change from red to green. That's what we call it, going green. So if you submit at least $150 in random individual sales, or at least 1 show, because the show is 200, you will go green. And our celebration will be a week from today, which will be June 20th at 6:30. And Amy, can I say that one place you talked about with the,
Are we saying it yet, or are we waiting till we see how many?
I guess we should wait till Thursday. Yeah, we'll make you guys wait till Thursday. I know we're gonna take you. All right,
But we're
so
trying to make it someplace different every time. And if you have a suggestion of a place or a thing that you would like to do when you earn Green by 15, let us know. Post it on the team page and say, when I help make us green, hashtag Green by 15, I want to go to, and we'll think about it,
A
okay?
different Mexican restaurant.
margaritas. Yeah. Or water with lemon, whatever you want. It's really cool. Okay, so that's our Green by 15 challenge. That's going to be our challenge every single month, is to get as many of you to submit by the 15th. That way you're not waiting until the last day of the month. Pampered Chef, statistically 30% of the orders come on the last day of the month. And then you know what that does to the distribution center? It backs everything up. So that means that your host that had a show in the middle of the month, she got her stuff in 2 days. The host that you submit on the last day of the month, it's like day 10, and she still hasn't gotten her show yet. So that's how we're trying to back you guys up for the 15th. So when you get paid earlier, right? So when do you get paid if you submit by the 15th? The
22nd.
The 21st.
The 21st. Oh,
Yes.
that's right. It changed.
It changed by day.
Yeah.
So anything you submit from the 1st to the 15th, you get paid on the 21st. Anything you submit from the 16th to the end, you get paid on the 7th. So payday was last week, and it is again next week. So that's kind of awesome. All right. So who sold some pink? All right. So if you haven't already, you needed to look up your pink sales. And so what I'm going to have you guys do is I looked up mine today, and mine actually was
So was
19.
mine.
Yeah, womp womp womp.
Well, the fact that they sold out kind of bummed me.
Yes.
Because
So
that-
if
yeah.
your name is on here, what I'll do is I'm just going to pass this around.
Do you know anybody that needs some? I have a couple.
Oh, really?
Both of them added
Yes,
together,
all
I sold
together.
19.
Sure.
So if your name, if If you sold any pink and your name's not on here, we can still add you. But write your updated number on there, and then that way we can come up with our new total.
7.
On how many we sold. All right, so we already went over that if you brought a dish, you put your name on the poster board in the other room, and we do a drawing for our cookbook.
Just write my name on it.
Not on the board itself, because I already used the board. But Amy will give you a post-it note. She's behind you. I like to recycle. I use the same poster board every time we do pink. Okay, so who, since the last time we were together, has participated in any online training or courses? Casey.
Director Brown training.
Director Brown training. Awesome. Give me one highlighted thing.
I don't have my notebook.
One.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You get to hang out with me every other Monday night. That should be your highlight.
No, the highlight is the pushing.
She's like, no.
As much as I love you, it's the push to be better at the business.
There you go.
So,
That's a big one.
it's a challenge.
The challenge. Stacey, you've also participated in Director Brown. So what would be your one aha in the last 2 weeks?
In the last 2 weeks, I really have to push recruiting. This was the first time that I've done actual recruiting as I've been doing a party as part of my host coaching. And I got that from some of the trainings, make it a part of your host call.
Exactly.
So while I don't usually do the phone calls, because most of mine are online and we're kind of connecting, but I either text or I do it as a message. And so I did it with her party and then through the party, hey, you're doing a great job.
Yes. Very nice.
She's not lying to you though. You're doing a fabulous
You
job.
were doing.
Sarah, was that you? That's not you. So that's Sarah H. Sarah P. So if you remember what you sold or if you need to look it up, go ahead. All right, so anybody since the last time we were together survived their first show, either virtually or cooking wise?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Dawn, one thing you learned from maybe your first cooking show.
Well, I don't know, I was so nervous the first time I did it, and so I had all these things planned, man. I had all these things I was gonna say, and boom, and doing it right. Didn't remember any of that. So, but
Did they notice?
No, they
Exactly.
didn't, because they didn't know.
They
That's
didn't
why
know.
They didn't know. But when I get nervous, I do talk a lot. And
Welcome to the club.
So my daughter, when we got in the car, she's like, cut down on all the talking. Mom."
I basically tell mine to fasten your seatbelts because we're ready to
Here we
go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ashley, do you have anything to add to that? Because you've had your first show since you've been here?
Okay, so I've had quite a few virtual
Yeah.
parties, and as I host coach till I'm red, like blue in the face,
Blue in the face,
okay?
yeah.
And I've had one lady that was like, "Oh, I'm so sad that my party's not doing well," and I'm like, "Honey, I told you, like, you need to do this stuff," and she still didn't do it. So I went live. That's the party that I decided to
Okay.
go live in, and I had 36 people watching the video, and I'm like, "Boom, I'm doing it right."
Yes.
So that's
Awesome.
that ended up making, like, we had no sales
Until then.
until that video, and then finally it qualified. I'm like,
And Chrissy, you just asked me that yesterday. Does anybody go live in their virtual parties?
Yeah.
So there's your answer.
Because I was a part of a virtual party a couple months ago. I think I talked to you about this consultant because I was totally
Okay.
turned off, like it was not a great live show.
Okay.
But I like the idea
Of going
because
live.
Like I'm a LuLaRoe addict. I have a problem. Pamper Check will help support that.
Hey, hang out with Casey a little bit.
Well,
But
Dawn too.
I noticed.
Right.
So I love live shows, and I can definitely, in my head, I already have critiques.
Your
Like, I know
ideas.
who my favorite people are to watch and what they do and why I like them, and then I know the people who I hate to watch and why I don't watch them.
Right.
We would love to pick
So
your
we
brain
need
about
her
that.
to teach us a
Yeah.
class on
Yeah,
that.
we would love to pick your brain about that because you're being a student, and that's what really makes a difference.
Casey, are you on here? You did yours.
I did.
I like Tiffany's done a couple of live shows on Facebook, and she's opened them up to us to watch, and I just like watching and learning from you.
Awesome.
I like, you say things like grill it like a girl when you use executive girl pan. I'm like, I need to remember to say that. So
We need Amy to go live because she's got a lot of quips
yeah.
in her shows too.
I've been.
She's named her
live a lot.
she's named her scrapers, the Baywatch babes. They all have names.
I
It's really weird. One of them was named Tiffany, and she named them that before I met her, and I'm like, I can't call my own scrapers. Yes, I can't do that. All right, so we did this already, but real quick, round of applause if you earned level 1 of the Cellathon last month. Awesome. And you have to stand up if you earn level 2. Correct. There you go. It was the second set of products.
The brew pitcher.
The brew pitcher and stuff. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. And then we need you to stand up if you are attending national conference. All right. So is it too late to attend national conference?
No!
Casey, when do you have to register by?
The day of!
And how much is it?
It's more the day of.
But what is it right now?
Not if you're brand new, it's not.
No, really? $99!
So if you're
How much
interested in going to
is the
national
Tiffany?
what?
$200.
It's worth it. So you guys get a lesser price. It totally is. So there is still time to register for national conference. If you have no idea what we're talking about, we can definitely spend some time with this at the end of the meeting. But national conference is the one time a year that they put on training near the home office. Casey and I are already actually going on the home office tour together. We've already scheduled that. And it is definitely an investment in your business because you do have to register. You have to get a plane ticket. We have hotel rooms. You got to buy some food and stuff while you're there, and of course, souvenirs. But we can make it work for you to get you there. So don't discount it because it's already like June, whatever, and this is in August. But it is the first week of August. This is actually part of our announcements. And if you're still on the fence, I say jump off the fence and go with us because your business will never be the same once you attend national conference. Amy, don't you agree?
Yes.
Amy has only missed one because
I was too pregnant to fly.
yeah,
I didn't know that until other people told me. I was like, I'm going. And they were like, they won't let you on the plane.
yeah, like she was like 3 weeks from being delivering Sam. So
I
there's
think it
yeah.
was fine.
And if you're also worried about the price of going to conference, because I know that was kind of like an issue.
Yeah.
Some people
Book a few more shows.
book a few more shows, and 2, you get free product there.
You're gonna get like because the cost of registration is $100. You will come home with at least $100 worth of product.
More than
New
that,
product. Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't even know what this new product is because we won't know until we see it on stage. But you will want it.
Where in Illinois is it again?
Rosemont, which is outside O'Hare.
Chicago.
Yeah, it's right. It's
It's like
basically
literally it's O'Hare.
a suburb of Chicago.
If we can't go, can I give you money for the boxes?
Possibly. One year I got stuck doing like 47 boxes and I missed training. So there is surprise packs is what Sarah's talking about. They have these surprise packs that are like stacked all the way to the ceiling and like all the way out wide. And you should see this mad dash in there. Amy and I did a video. We'll repost it as we like held the thing like this and we're opening the surprise boxes. So it's a lot of fun. There's also a virtual option. So like Stacy and I were talking about how she just started a new job. It's gonna be hard to get off. You can pay for the virtual option and you can live stream the general sessions. However, it's not as fun as being there.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yes, because they'll give you stuff. They just give you stuff when you're there. And they can't give it to you through the TV screen, so you should go. That's why you should go.
yes. So if there's any way you can get it, bless you, get there. I went the first year I was a consultant. I did not go because I had just had a baby. He was only like 6 weeks old when I went.
Had she known better, she would have put him in a bag.
And I would have just taken him with me.
We didn't
So
know.
the next year I went was my first year, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like I didn't even know. Like they were just, it was like they were herding cattle. So my director was like, here we go. And so we went and did everything. And then as I saw them going off in their different areas because they were directors or they had done this or this, I'm like, I have to sit here by myself. But next year I'm not doing that. So the second year I went to conference, I was pregnant with Mia. I actually walked stage that year as a director. Mia was with me. And I've gone every year since. So I don't want to hear I don't have the money because we can get you booked more shows to get there because that's one of our things. If you need more money, you book a few more shows and you can get there and do that.
How did y'all bring all that stuff home on the plane? You gotta.
We usually take a bigger suitcase.
I'm driving.
Plus,
Oh yeah, we can just throw it in our car.
driving.
You can FedEx it back.
yeah, you can FedEx. and
They
it
do
was
like a
just
flat $7.
$5 or something.
Yeah, there's like a flat rate. We just shove so much in the boxes and then we just FedEx it back. It beats us back home usually.
Wow, okay.
So or whatever I can't fit in the suitcase, I FedEx it back.
Also,
I was FedExing like clothes back. I was like, I don't need that. I'd rather play with my new whatever on the plane. So let me send back these shoes. I already ordered them.
when you submit 12, 15 shows within your first 90 days, you get $100 PC bucks.
Bam, paid for.
$100 will pay for your registration.
All right, Tiffany, I know you've been, I want you to look at the ice cream. Because I bumped it up a few more minutes and I just want you to see how done, because I'm not making caramel.
That's probably fine.
Okay.
So put that back in the freezer. Can you scrape that? Don't lick it. Take this mini thing out and then put the vanilla in the other one.
You know what? Just
Okay.
put it in the cake pan.
What? No, it's not gonna wash. Will you stop?
I did wash the cake pan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So while she's doing that, let's talk about our stats cards here. So you guys, when you fill these out, there is a column that says cash for conference. And so we've been collecting. Some of you guys have been coming to meetings for 12 and so months. We've got all your, just, it's, if you want. They're not, I didn't grab them out and like put them in order or anything. So yeah, they're all over there. So we've been collecting your dollars for you. Yeah, that's, you might not want to bother with it right now. All right, so I'm going to do our stats card. So when you come up in our high five line, we have everybody who submitted 750 or above come up in our high five line. And why do we pick 750, Nancy?
Team leader and you get a raise.
That's right. So there's two criteria. When you are a team leader or above, to earn your override, you have to have at least 750. And then that's actually the first commission jump in your month is at 750. So we use that as our magic number to come up in our high five line. So these ones we're going to do a round of applause before we start our high five line. So this person just came back to the business. She is here tonight for her first team meeting, and she has 3 bookings to go, and that is Terry Potter. All right, this person is also new to the business and is here for the first time tonight, and I can't remember that said, get started making money. Awesome, that is what her goal is here, and that is Jenny. Thank you so much for coming, Jenny. All right, this next person, I'm gonna make you come up anyway. You're really close to that benchmark. All right, so this person did 1 show in the month of May. She got 2 bookings. Her top show was 504, and she did sales of $654. I'm gonna let you slide and come on up, Nancy. Yay! So you will get $1 for being here, right? Awesome. So I'll make sure we put that in your envelope. High five it. Thank you. All right. This person did 1 show last month. She got 1 booking. All right. Her top show was $686, but her sales were $1,013. Come on down, Sarah P. Okay. All right, this next person this is her first team meeting. She had 2 shows last month. Her top show was 1106.
Get out of here.
That has a comma in it, 1,06. She's already got 1 new recruit on her team.
No.
She has qualified. She has she earned level 2 last month. Her sales were $1,502 and 24 cents. Come on down, Dawn.
Yes, Dawn. Yes,
All right, so this person did 3 shows last month. Her top show was $467. She got 2 bookings. She broke $15,000 in career sales. And then her top show, I'm sorry, her sales for the month of May were $1,562. She earned $3 for Passion Conference. Come on down, Stacy. Awesome. All right, so this person did 2 shows last month. She got, her top show was over $400. She got 1 booking. She got her summer freebies, and her sales for the month of May were $1,616.44. Coming on, Ashley. And you earned $5 for Cash for Conference. All right, so this person did 4 shows last month. Her top show was $582. We'll round it up. She earned $4 for Cash for Conference. She got 2 bookings. She finally broke $15,000 in sales, which means a bump in commission. So this is what you get too. You start every month now at 22%. Her trip point, she's got 14,000 in trip points. She earned level 2 in the free for all, and she's got total sales of $2,000. $132 coming out, Casey.
Great job,
Woo! All right.
They can't keep up with me, y'all.
All right. So Casey and Stacy, if y'all will stay up here for me.
Oh,
I'm gonna have everyone else sit down real quick.
it's one of these again.
Yes, come on up, guys. Okay, so what's gonna happen is these gals have hit 15,000 in career sales with their sales last month. So they're always gonna have a 2% raise on their commission. So you start out at 20%, and now their baseline is gonna be 22%. So that's awesome, an extra 2%.
Unless I go inactive.
Don't go inactive, okay? So we're never gonna lose our career sales.
Never do that.
Don't do
Never
that.
do that, all right?
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
What happens?
All right, so if 1 month goes by and you submit nothing, really nothing happens, okay? So don't let them know I told you that. So you
Less
can,
than 150.
yes, or less than
$74
150 is the
doesn't
same
cut it,
as a big fat zero, okay? So let's say you submitted in May, something happened in June, and you got nothing in June. You gotta get something in July, because if not, you lose your career
You have to
sales.
get 150.
All right, you gotta get 150. So these gals would lose their career sales, which means they would
Start
go
at
back.
zero.
Go back to zero.
And
So
it's not
Amy, on the
fun.
stats thing, how much in career sales do you have?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
It's
Amy,
numbers. I don't know if Amy can handle it.
424,000.
424. Awesome.
That's almost $500,000.
That's almost $500,000. Yes.
Oh snap! Do I get something?
No, not a $500,000. But what's your career sales right now?
Yours? Hold on, I gotta follow the line. Hold on. 626, 577.
Wow,
626,000. So one of the things they do at conference is when you hit 1 million, you go up on stage. And it's like a big to-do when you
And
hit
there's
$1 million.
flowers.
Like it's like you hang out with Doris and like
Ed
the-
McMahon might be there. I don't know. He's
I
probably not there. He's probably
there's definitely some like
Hold on.
red carpet action.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's probably not coming. He's probably not coming. I don't know.
So, but that's a big deal. So you guys did awesome. Now I also have another thing for you guys. Casey and Stacy did a little something when I was in Mexico. I posted on the page about doing a challenge when I was gone. So do you guys remember you participated in it?
They're like,
So
no.
these are for you. All right, and I'll read the card to you. It says, "Thank you for not being chicken and participating in the challenge." And look to see what's in there.
I bet
know.
it's Chick-fil-A! It's
So, just try that. Okay, so you now know why her name is Team Encourager,
You know
right?
who's right in my heart.
I know, I do.
Chicken nuggets and a sweet tea with some barbecue sauce and one french fry.
There you go. So, now Casey's been working really hard, and last month she achieved team leader status for the first
Love that
time.
girl.
So I have this for you. It's a high five.
And what is your team leader?
Team leader means that she did at least a 50 herself, and her team of at least 2 individuals did 2,500. Okay, so you get a little high five from us. It's a fun little notepad. And then you also get $25.
What?
So I broke it up so that you can invest some in your business at Target and some in your business on supplies.
Oh, really?
Yes. Or this
Awesome.
can be cash for conference.
Okay, cash for conference.
Okay, there you go. See how easy that was? Awesome. All right.
I already know I'm going, so I'm like,
Load up the money.
But yeah, I just want Tiffany to pay for my surprise box.
There you go. You got a surprise box. No problem.
Done.
All right. So thank you, ladies, for coming on up. You guys may also notice their Director Bound tag. They've been in the Director Bound program with me for the past almost 2 months. We started it like the last week of April.
Last minute, that's what it was.
Oh, last minute. Okay, whatever. Anyway, we started it, and they've been working with me. We've been doing a group call every 2 weeks on a Monday night, and been working on taking their business to the next level. So they're almost finished, and so then we'll open it up for another group that wants to focus on taking their business to the next level and work with you guys on that too. All right, Amy, let's do ours.
Okay.
I wonder who it's gonna be.
I'm gonna mix them up real quick.
Mix them up.
You can have that one. Surprise.
All right, so this person did 5 shows last month. Her top show was 641. She got 2 bookings, and you didn't add something last month, did you?
Oh, my team.
Oh, your team added
Yes,
one
right,
new person.
right.
Right, okay, so her sales, She met her BHAG goal, which is her big, hairy, audacious goal on our
I
goal
hate
board.
that word.
I love it. Love it. She earned level 2 for the free for all, and her sales for May were $3,098.50.
All right, fly off. Okay, so let's see where to start. Last month, Tiffany did 8 shows. Real? Maybe. Okay.
Fish.
Got some bookings. More than 10 probably. We always check. Top show was 768. She had some wahoos. Would you like to know what she's excited about?
I want to know.
Okay, so month 4 of lead is over. So if you don't know what lead is, it's a special program run by the home office, and it's very intense, and there's a lot of things you have to do and a lot of things you have to meet and turn these things in and have this on your schedule and da, 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 da. So it's very, very hard to do, especially being a sort of single mother. She's married and stuff, but her husband's never here. Okay. Like literally never here. And having 2 busy kids, it's a lot. So that's awesome that she was able to do that. Yeah, but I know it. It's in the parentheses. Mexico was awesome. Let's talk about that for a minute. You want to share with us about Mexico?
Okay, so Mexico, I brought a present.
I think she got something. So I don't think that's legal in this country. I don't know.
My husband brought this back for me from the dinner that Pampered Chef put on while we were there because somebody drank a little too much in the pool.
Oh, you didn't go to the dinner?
He couldn't go to the dinner.
Oh my
This is
word.
the second time I've done this too. So
I was just gonna say, I feel like I remember
this has happened before. Okay. They also give you like a little thank you note signed by Jean Jonas and Tracy. That is Tracy's our CEO.
I love that he left you and was just like,
He was
"Please,
like,
I'm
that's one thing that's really nice
free.
about dinner's free.
No,
Jim is my +1, and he has been introduced to enough of the husbands and the wives that I know through being a consultant that he doesn't need me. He just goes up and does whatever he wants to do. So it's kind of fun that way.
One thing I always like to mention about the trips when you travel with Pampered Chef is it's not a come on, let's go, and we're gonna talk Pampered Chef. We're gonna have a meeting in the morning, and then you guys can have a thing, and then we'll.
It's not a timeshare
It's
meeting.
like, who do you want to invite, and let's just go have fun the whole time. Just do whatever you want. It's awesome, and it's all paid for.
Really important question. Did you have to pay for your drinks?
No, all inclusive.
Apparently,
I got.
she's such a tight wad. If she'd had to, none of that would have happened.
That's why I didn't go to Atlantis the year before. Because alcohol's not included.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Or food,
Straight up.
right? Or
No,
food.
Food was not included either.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
screw
like,
that.
I'm not
I'll
going
go to
to
Austin with
pay
Amy.
for my food. Yeah, we went there and we ate out of a truck. There's a food truck and they had donuts. So hush. Okay, hush. Now there's another one on here that just coming today. That's so exciting.
So excited.
You should tell. I'm not gonna tell. You
Okay.
should tell.
So I got a call yesterday that I didn't hear the phone ring because if you guys don't realize this, I leave my phone on silent
All the time.
day. So it's kind of like I only look at it when I feel like looking at it, and you guys know that between the hours of 2 and 4, what am I doing?
Nothing.
That's my nap time. So this call came through somewhere in all of that, and I was like, Stacia, it says Pampered Chef. I'm not really sure who she is. Like I saved this name at some point. So on iPhone, so you can read the message before you listen to it.
I love that.
So I'm reading the message, and half of it because she talks so fast, like I was like, what is this?
It's
So
a fun game.
yeah, it's a fun game trying to figure it out. So I called her back and we played phone tag again. And then today she called back and said, well, the reason I was calling was you've been highly recommended to be a speaker at national conference. So
that's why you didn't come.
so yeah, so I think it's really funny that the topic they picked me for was bookings.
Well, and I wonder,
Because I
remember
lied.
that post? You lied?
Oh,
about
my bookings are always so inflated.
How do you lie?
Because I check everybody as a
It's
booking.
everybody into the booking. So that's why I always ask her, is that real? Because she put on here like 48 bookings. I was like, no, you didn't do that. That's for next year. You didn't get that many.
I book everyone as a potential booking.
That doesn't count.
But I do. But I book everyone as a
She's like, they booked the show, they booked the show.
and I just-
She's like Oprah.
Yeah, everybody gets a booking. What's really funny is after that, another consultant, Jennifer Courtney, who you met at one of the trainings, she messaged me and she said, what workshop are you teaching?
What is she teaching?
And so I
Is
was
she?
like, booking, she's like, oh, I was going to ask you to do time management organization with me. I was going to have Kathy Gozella call you. And I'm like, I'll switch.
Yes.
I'll totally switch.
Yes.
So that's not gonna happen.
She would have it so organized.
So my director a long time ago always made us, if you were bad at something, she would make you teach it at the next team meeting.
Wow.
So if I was
Yes.
if I was like, you know, I really
Girl.
suck at host coaching, guess who's teaching host coaching next month?
So basically, don't admit anything.
Don't admit that you're bad at something.
We plan the meetings, we figure out what we're gonna train on, and then we're always like, so who's gonna do what? And none of us said the word.
We're just like, let's just wait and see what happens. And we're like, you're doing host coaching. So now that we've finished our
Total sales, $3,290. There you go.
oh, 3,000. Okay. So actually, training number 2 is or I'm sorry, number 3, because products was number 1, Casey's was number 2, and then section what?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you're waiting. You're
Is
waiting
it
for me
me?
to do
I don't know. I haven't
Um,
on the agenda yet.
Oh, one other thing before we jump into that. Actually, because Dawn qualified,
Yes. 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 And Ashley. Ashley. has
and
been
actually you qualified.
This one
So
too? This one too?
yep. No.
No.
Hold on.
No.
No.
You,
No.
as a president, you get one of these
This one?
qualification bags.
This one?
Yes, put this right there. You get one of these. So some of them hold catalogs. That one holds a mini catalog. That holds a full size catalog. This one holds a mini catalog. This one holds a mini catalog. This one is just a bag. That was just a bag. You get to pick one.
Oh, wow.
And if there's one that you might like and the other one takes it, I might have duplicates.
Yes.
So take whatever you like. So yeah, so actually take whatever you like.
I
So
can't-
what
I
this
can't
is
wait.
for is I'm looking to see
Yes, you got. you got a little one.
who sold the most pink products in the month of, I think it's Ashley. Is that right? Ashley sold 16?
16.
All right,
I sold
Ashley.
24. Yeah.
You sold 26? Hold on. Oh, I looked right over your post-it note. I'm sorry. Okay. So Stacey, this is for you. It's a Help Our Cancer bag. It's actually like a sling. So you like wear it like that. All right. So that is for you for selling at all the most of the Help with Cancer products. So yay. All right. And then all right. So next up is our training is going to be led by the most awesome hostess coacher ever. So if you do not know how to hostess coach, if those words are foreign to you, you're like, what's hostess coaching? Get your pen out.
Can I sit? Is that okay?
You can
Can I
sit
sit here?
because Amy Johnson is about to school you on some hostess coaching.
Ring the bell, sucker. Schooled in.
Yes. All right. So let me just.
That's a kindergarten
Has anyone
enrollment.
seen $10 laying around on the ground? I dropped $10 somewhere.
No.
All right.
Oh wait a minute. While you're looking, okay. So there was. We'll do that drawing at the end. Never mind. Go ahead.
Don't forget the raffle tickets if you want them. Okay, just FYI. All right, I'm gonna go this way. I'm not going y'all. Okay. All right, get your pens ready. We're gonna do this. All right. So let's talk. I have a few notes. Okay, like 8 pages. All right. That's not a joke. Okay. So basically, what would you say is the one thing that is most important to having a successful business?
Business.
Yeah.
Yes. Show. I mean, business is important.
Okay, so wrong. The most important thing is host coaching, because you could have 18 shows. If you don't host this coach, that's just as important as having no shows. Okay, if you don't host coach, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your host's time. You're wasting everybody's time. Okay. Now, granted, we all have different reasons that we do this business. Okay, some people, look at Tiffany over here. Okay, work this business like a full-time career. Okay. She's looking to grow and promote and things like that. Some people just want to do a show here and there, maybe just want a little extra at the end of the month, a little extra jingle, okay? That's fine too, all right? It doesn't matter, but here's the thing. We're all having shows, and if you're going to have a show, even if it's just one show a month, do you not owe it to yourself to have some systems set so that is the best dang show ever? If you're only going to leave your house one time in the month, if you're only going to be on the Facebook party one time, having that show better be $1,000 rather than $201. It's the same amount of time you're spending, right? Why not make it $1,000 show? All right, so let's talk about it. You may as well do it right. That's all. And that's what host coaching is. And so one of the things we like to say is that host coaching is where you earn your paycheck, and the show is just where you pick it up. Okay? So the work that you do is in your host coaching. When you have a party, when you have a live party, does it feel like work? Most of the time?
Nope.
I mean, there's some hosts,
I feel like
but
I'm cooking dinner for
right, you feel like you're having fun. If you're interacting with your guests in a virtual party, is that fun?
Yeah.
It's more fun than like work. Okay, the work is the host coaching. So none of this is a get rich quick scheme, and nobody's going to pull your leg about that. Okay, you're going to work, and when you're working is when you're host coaching. All right. So what we as leaders want for you is that you're constantly improving. This month is better than last month, and next month is going to be better than this month. That's what we want. We want you to continually do better. And does that mean you have to do $1 million in sales? No, we want you to hit your goals, but we want every time you do something for it to be better. Okay. So what we want you to do, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. We want you to use this after every show, whether it's virtual, send them around, or live. We want you to use this. This is the app. The app stands for After Party Post, okay? So as you can see, there's two sides to it. One side is for you, one side is for your host, okay? And you're going to fill it out after your show. All right, now we're going to talk about the host side later. The side that you fill out after the show, that's for you, okay? And here's the thing, the numbers don't lie. That's hard data, okay? So I always find it eye-opening if you ask a consultant, what do you think? How many people attend your shows on average? What is your average, your show average, okay? And then when you actually look up the numbers, those two things, your perception of what's actually going on is way different. So with this, those are numbers. You can't fudge them, okay? And so they're going to tell you exactly what's happening. So if you see the difference and you think about what you're doing and what the numbers say, then we can help you improve. So if you consistently fill those out, you're going to have information to work with. You can sit down with your batter bowl buddy, with your director, with whoever, and take a look at what you've got when you can line it all up, okay? So if you have a lot of people showing up to your parties or attending online, but your sales are really low, we want to look at what are you showing, what products are you showing. If your attendance is low, then we know we need to look at how are you inviting people. Okay, so we can find all of it. That's a little bit aside of host coaching, but it all ties together, okay? So start doing that after every show. Now, we have, that is available, right? I mean, we have it so many places. We can shoot it to you.
If you look on the team page and just look up for the literally hashtag APP, that's what we ask you to do when you're doing an after party post. So like I just did one, I don't know. I did one recently. So if you just look up, one of mine will pop up that you can read exactly what I wrote and what we're looking for from you.
Yes, so you can post it on the page, but I would encourage you really to write it down on this after every single show.
That's why I usually sit in the car and write that up based on what I just handed my hostess. So
like
Chrissy, you were hosting me a year ago. I left you this sheet of paper a year ago, but I only left you this side, right? Okay, so I already had this side memorized when I walked out of your house. So that's what we're saying is if I say I had a show, she invited 40 people and 6 showed up, well, there's a problem there, you know, or she invited, only 3 people showed up. Well, how many did she invite? That's why we ask you these things. How many guests did you have versus how many did you have invited? So we need to, Amy's going to go over what that means.
And if it at one time could be a fluke, you never know that. I mean, she invited 80 people, but everybody hates her, so nobody came. Okay, that's her, all right? But if you have that consistently happening show after show, then we can figure out what's going on. So that's why I want you to do it after every show. All right, so let's go back to host coaching. Okay, so
and we don't care how small the show is.
Right.
Do it for every single show.
Every single show. And if you are not comfortable sharing, then just write it down.
And send it to one of us privately.
Yes. Okay, so when does host coaching start? When do you start host coaching?
Well, right before you book them. As soon as you book them. As soon as you book them.
As soon as you meet them. Hi, Casey. Welcome to Tiffany's house. I'm already host coaching her. She didn't know she had a party. She didn't even know she liked Pamper Chef. She was the next door neighbor. She don't even know what's happening. She came over for some sugar. She goes stay for the party, and we're gonna have a party next month. Okay? She doesn't know. As soon as you meet them. Okay? So you're a professional. So hello, act like it. Okay? That's what I tell my kids all the time, and they don't realize what I'm saying to them. Have your ish together. Okay? Have your stuff together. So I said that all the time. So you're going to be meeting your next host at the current party, whether it is a live party or online, okay? So I would say have your host packets ready to go. Why? It saves you shipping. Why again? It makes you look like a professional. You're ready for business, okay? So I like these host folders from Home Office. They cost a little bit of money. They're not terribly expensive. If you don't want to use these, use whatever you want. I just like these because I feel like they look professional and I don't like the handwriting, okay? So they open up, you can put all your goodies in there. It doesn't matter what you put in the house packet, it really doesn't. Give her a catalog, okay? Hello, that's all you need, all right? Whatever else you want to put in there, fine. People have all kinds of stuff put in there, it's not important. But I like these, okay. So, and then you want to make sure you get her contact info. Oh my goodness, it is horrible to walk away from a party. I booked a show with her. I don't have her phone number, I don't have her address. I have her email, but guess who never responds to their email? Okay, so you don't want to do that. So I will sit down with her, make sure she has all that. And your phone number is, do you text? Okay, great, I'm going to text you, okay? Because you know why? Just whatever form of communication she uses, okay? Are you on Facebook? Okay, look, now we're friends. Hello, hey friend. Okay, be her friend already. We're already doing it. Before she even leaves, we're still checking out. She didn't even give me her credit card yet, okay? Now we're friends on Facebook. I already texted her, hey. So we're connected, okay? And then let her know what the next step is, okay? Now, I'm going to jump back a little bit between live shows and virtual parties. That's why you need to take notes. And when you go home, you need to look at your notes again. Yes, you do, okay? Host packets are required for both types of parties. The only thing that I do differently with my virtual parties is I stick a few mini catalogs in there. I don't know why. That's just what I do, okay? No real rhyme or reason to that. And I put I print off 3 order forms for my virtual parties and put in here. I really, really, really try to encourage my virtual hosts to collect orders outside of their Facebook friends. So that could be people at the gym, other moms on the soccer field, people that they know at work. Some people at work can't be on Facebook with their work people. You know, that's a thing. So I really try to encourage that. I really do not encourage a ton of outside orders before my live shows. My live show outside orders are after the party is over. Because if you're talking to her about Pampered Chef, I want her butt in your house, okay? If she doesn't come, now we'll go give her a catalog, okay? That's how I do it. So I really want people at the party, okay? So you have a packet, you give it to her, okay? So when you give her the packet, and don't let go of it yet, but you're kind of handing it, but you're not gonna let go yet. Okay, you'd say, I'm super excited to pamper you. So this is what you're gonna tell her. You're gonna say these words. I'm super excited to pamper you. I love my job. Guess what I've already done? I'm starting to recruit her. I love my job. Okay, I'm gonna make it easy for you, and I'm gonna give you step-by-step instructions. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to pick a time to chat about the details of your party. We need 10 to 15 minutes on the phone, okay? Pick the time and write it in your calendar. Okay, so you can pick one of 2 methods. You can either say, I do all of my host coaching calls on Tuesday mornings. Does that work for you? Or you can say, I'm in my Pampered Chef office on Wednesday nights and Friday nights from 6 to 8. Does that work for you? Pick a time and let her watch you write it in the calendar. Talk to Susan, 6:30 Thursday. Write it down. Do you know why?
Because you're showing commitment?
Yeah, you're showing commitment. Mm-hmm.
You look professional.
Yep, you look professional. Because here's the thing. Yes, yeah, right, which makes you look even less professional. So here's the difference. When you're going to buy a house, you make an appointment with a realtor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're going to a yard sale, do you make an appointment? That's because one is a professional, one is not. Who do you want to be? A professional. Make an appointment and honor it. Let your customers know that they're important to you by honoring an appointment, okay? So once we agree on that time, once I'm all done and I've checked her out and done everything, okay, when she walks away, guess what I do? I send her a text message. I'm so excited about your party. Can't wait to talk to you on Thursday at 6. And she's like, but it's just, again, because that way, you know, sometimes I'll text her before I call. It's a good time to chat now. That's like my default now. I never just call anybody. I always text them first now. But then she's like, oh, that's that Pampered Chef lady, right? So anyway, that's what I do. I like to send her a little text. I'm so excited. Okay. So we're going to make that appointment, okay? So, I mean, basically, when you think about it, your customers are kind of like your boss because your paycheck kind of depends on them, okay? So work for them, but don't let them boss you around, okay? Don't act like that. Nobody needs that. So you've scheduled a call with her. Now you're going to give her homework. So remember, you're still holding on to this. You've scheduled it. You've written in your calendar. And you're going to say, between now and when we chat, I have a little bit of homework for you. Okay? But I promise you it's fun. I want you to take this catalog that's stuck in here, okay? And I want you to take a magic marker and I want you to circle your top 3 things that you want to get for free at your party. Okay? Now, if there's more stuff you want, you can circle it, but put a star next to your top 3. Okay? Can you think you can do that? And she go, I can shop. Okay, and then you can let go of it, all right? If it's a virtual party and you're online, you don't want her to wait for those catalogs to show up in the mail or when you stick them in her mailbox or whatever. Show her how to get to the virtual catalog. If you don't know how to do that, you can see one of us after. We'll show you how to do it. Send her to the virtual catalog. Get her getting those top 3 things. Do you know why we want her to do that? To pick her top 3 things?
Get her excited.
Yes, and motivated. Motivation is key. So I want my 5-year-old to pick up these toys. He ain't having it, okay? So I'm like, guess what? If you do that, I'll let you use my phone and play music in the car. Bam! It's clean, okay? He's like, we're listening to Michael Jackson all day. Fine, I don't care, okay? He did what I wanted. I got what I wanted. Motivation is key, okay? So the very next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna send her an email. Now, this is important, and you may wanna tell her when you're sitting there before you let go, I'm gonna send you an email, watch your email, okay? Here's what you're gonna put in the email. You're gonna put the host specials and the guest specials in the email. But I like to print my goodness. Shut up, okay? Here's the problem. If you put them in here and you have like 6 host packets ready to go for July, you don't book 6 July shows, guess what? Now you gotta take the paper out, you've wasted your time, you've gotta get it ready, or, God forbid, you pull this out and hand it to somebody who's booked a party in July and it's got May's specials in it. We don't want that, okay? So just don't. There's no reason to print it. You can email it, okay? And that way you know it's right. And that way you can make 80 of these in a day and just have them ready to go. Pick up 5 every time you leave the house or whatever. They're done. You can do this. It's like Henry Ford, okay? You can just do it and it's done. All right, little assembly line there. All right, so we're going to email the host and guest specials. We're going to email our recipe offerings, okay? And our instructions on how to invite. The only difference in my email for virtual parties is I don't put recipes in there because I'm not cooking for her, okay? I would challenge you to go home and over the next few days, type up what you want your email to look like. If you get stuck, if you need help, hey, there's a team page. We're there for you, okay? And then save it. So all you have to do is copy and paste it every time you have somebody who's hosting. That's called a system. That makes your life easy, it makes your job easy, and it keeps you looking professional because you're doing the same thing every single time, okay? So let's talk about each component. If you do both live parties and virtual parties, you would want to have 2 different copies, but you could copy this one and then copy this one, easy, okay? So the very first component is the specials. Super easy. I just say these are available to you when you have $200 in orders. That's your host special. These are available to anybody who has $75 or more. Guest special. Easy. Bam. Picture, picture. If you don't know how to put a picture in there, I don't want to hear the excuse, I'm not giving it much. Shut up. You can use a remote. We can show you how to copy and paste. It'll happen, okay? Don't be offended if I tell you to shut up. Just shut up and learn, okay? Now we talked, next is going to be your recipe offerings. We talked about theme shows. Pick 1 or pick 2 or 3. Don't go more than 3, okay? You can either do the thing that all my June parties are salads and sangria, and every person in June has the same recipe, okay? So they pick June, they get what they get. Or you can say, I offer these 3 parties, and at each theme, at Burger Bar, it's this recipe. At Rock the Grill, it's this recipe. And you know what you do? You put it, copy those words from the party pack that paint that picture, put them right in the email. At the Rock the Grill party, we're going to have your friends tantalizing, mouth-watering, juicy, I don't know, whatever words they use, okay? And then put the recipe with the ingredients you want her to buy. You know why? You don't have to touch it again. She already knows her ingredients. When she's looking at it, trying to decide on what recipe, she can say, I'm allergic to coconut. We're not doing that. And she can look at all that ahead of time. It's already there. She already knows what she has to buy, and it's done. Plus, when you put that in her face, she can't say to you, well, so Peter Chef Party, 1982, we had the taco ring. I really like to do that. Nope. Okay, so it's already there. All right, and that's it.
love the taco ring.
I know, taco ring is delicious. Okay, so you're going to use those words. You can copy and paste them. Everything's there. There's no last minute emergencies like the allergies we talked about and all that stuff, okay? And last, you're gonna talk about how to invite. For live parties, she's gotta personally invite. I am very, very blunt in my host email. I just say, we're not using Facebook. Period. We're not using it to invite, okay? It's not dependable, so you know what it is? It's a waste of time. That's what happens there, okay? To invite people to a live gathering, it is a waste of time. All right, so she needs to use Margot, mail invitations, send postcards, send texts, tell people face-to-face, use printable invites, whatever is gonna work, okay? And she probably needs to use a combination of a couple of them. And just tell her in your email that you're gonna help her. The most important thing that she can do is be excited about her party and tell everybody that she's having a party, okay? Everybody plus John Cena, okay? So right after I send that email, I set her party up on the website, and then I shoot her a text message with her party link, okay? And so I will say, my text message says, hi, Patty, this is Pampered Chef Amy. That's totally my name. Ask my children what my name is. What's my first name? Pampered Chef. What's your last name? Amy. That's my name. I can't wait for your party. Don't forget to tell everyone in the entire world, plus John Cena, that you are having a party. If someone wants the ordering link, here it is. Send the text message. Then I go into my text message, copy it. I go right on my phone to Facebook Messenger, and I message it to her. That way, no matter where she is interacting with her friends, if they say, oh, I can't make it in the party link, can you send the party link? She can just boop and copy and paste it. She doesn't have to look for it. Where did she send me that? Because it's everywhere. I send it to her every way I can. Okay, I put it on carrier pigeon once, all right? So I put it everywhere I can. And how hard is that? Type it one time, copy, paste. It doesn't take me any more time, okay? So all of that happens within the first 24 to 48 hours of her telling me we're gonna have a party next month, okay? Because I've talked to her, I've given her the catalog, okay, or directed her to the online catalog, and I've sent that email. Easy, okay? And then the other thing that you can do is you can pop in the mail a guilt letter or a guilt postcard. And I really think it's super effective, okay? It's a cheap note card. Get them for like 10 for $1, okay? And it says, Dear Jenny, thank you so much for scheduling a party with me. I'm so excited to come pamper you and your friends. The best way I can show my appreciation is to help you have the very best party possible. I want us to have fun, and I want you to get so many free products that you will have to build a kitchen addition. Also, your party will be helping me to qualify for our next incentive trip to Puerto Rico. You are a celebrity in my house right now. I'm looking forward to our time together, Amy. Now, you can pre-print them on a note card, or you can handwrite them. I kind of like to handwrite them because I think it's a little personal. Okay? But
You can
we
look.
call it the guilt letter
You can look at it.
because as leaders, we had kind of played around with this idea, and we saw a drop in our cancellation or rescheduling date when we started sending these letters. Because it's another way to touch her, to tell her she's important, and it's letting her know that it's a party for her and her friends, but it's part of my job, and she's really, hitting my bottom line there. So now it's time to talk on the phone. Remember, we made the appointment. Now we're going to talk to her. Okay, so when you're talking to her, the very first thing you're going to say after you say, like, hi, it's Pampered Chef Amy. Is it a good time to shop? So you're going to say, so I gave you a little homework last time we talked. You had to shop. Ha, 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 ha. Did you pick your top 3 things? What are they? And chat about her top 3 things for a few minutes.
Can
Okay?
I pause you for a second?
Yup.
All right, so when it comes to the postcards you guys are passing around and looking at, I have it saved in a PDF so that you can copy and paste the words, whatever. But I have a 4 postcard system. So that's the first postcard, and it goes out immediately. So I have one for every host coming up. And then I back into their show by 3 weeks, and I send this one about the guest list 3 weeks out. And then 2 weeks out, I send out the wish list one, and then the week of her party, or like I usually try to mail them every Monday, so I kind of back into it based on the day of the week their party is, and then I have an I'm so excited postcard. So somebody else came up with this idea. I just took it so that I can format it in a way that I could print, and then I actually literally did these the other day. So once I cut these in their 4Zs or whatever, I went through and labeled. So I'm going to mail all of these to every single hostess. And so I just wrote like the date and time on there, just kind of cutesy. You guys know that I love stickers and markers, right? All right, so then what I did is you can see like, okay, so Teresa's the only one that's going out with the guest list this week. And then the next week, Teresa's going out, her I'm So Excited is going out. And then the week of her party is when her other one's going out that's in here. So it's kind of, have you ever heard the phrase tickler file? Like so this is my tickler file. And so when Amy and I go get nails done, every 4 weeks, I usually have this in my lap. I get my toes done when she's getting her nails done. And I'm writing these out for the next however many. So literally there's 4 postcards per person. And then something that Amy kind of has embraced or impressed upon me is writing a thank you note to your host too. I just have to for different formats depending on what they're doing. This one says in your home, and this one just says, so I would use that for cooking show and use this one for a virtual party. But I try to make sure I write a thank you note. Some people even do Christmas cards after every single one, and then they just put them in a file, and then in December they just drop them all in the mail. But that's the little system I'm using.
So we can look at those. We'll have them out. and
Yeah, I'll
you
have
can
it
check
out
them.
so you guys can look at them later.
So when you talk to her on the phone, you're going to ask her if she picked out those top 3 things and what are they. You're going to talk about it. And if you're fast enough, you can do a little math and say, okay, well, those 3 things that you want are like $250. If you want to get them all for free, we need to have a $1,000 party. Can I tell you how to do that? Okay, so you can do a little math. You don't have to. Okay, the more you do this, the faster that math will come because you'll just know those sales levels and where they fall. But you're going to want to talk about the host program and how it works. Make sure she understands that. If you don't know how it works, talk to one of us. We'll help you out. And then you're going to check to make sure she received the email. And she's going to be like, no, I'll put it in my spam folder because then nobody checked her email, okay? And she probably hasn't read it, but it doesn't matter because now she knows that you know that she got it. So if you're like, it's in that email I sent you, she'll know she can go back because she knows that you know she has it. So you can tell her to look back there, okay? Now, let's talk about live parties for a minute. So you're going to use the host coaching checklist, okay, which is available on Consultants Corner, but I printed it off for you here, okay? Does it have a back? It didn't print the back, did it? Or
There's
is
a
it
back,
two pages?
there are 2 pages to it.
Okay, so there's 2 pages. I thought I said it. I don't know how to work my printer. Okay. Take 2 pages. It's okay. All right, so
I don't think we're gonna have enough on this thing.
there is enough. I just may not have split it because I didn't know. All right, so you're gonna use the host coaching checklist. What I like to say to her is the home office gives us a checklist of everything we should go over to be sure that I don't forget anything. Do you know what that is? That's a recruiting plug because it's saying my job is really easy and the home office gives me everything I need. Did y'all sort it out?
We're missing page 2 of 1.
Okay, hold on. Is there more pages too? I really thought it was all straight. Maybe not.
There you go.
It's okay. You get the look at somebody else's page too. You can download this. Okay, so tell her the home office gives me this checklist. I'm gonna run through this list really quick and then we'll go over any questions, okay? And then you just kind of run through it. I mean, really quick, like shotgun style. All right. So, and then it's time to pick the recipe. If you gave her options, help her pick one, okay? If you did not give her, if you just gave her the one option, so we're gonna do this. Is that okay? Any allergies? You know, fine. Okay. There's no reason to wait on this. You will hear some consultant say, well, I waited until the day before the party. That is malarkey. You don't need to wait. There's not a single reason. You don't need to be deciding at the last minute, I don't have whatever product. I need to borrow that from somebody who's got one that lives near. No, all that can be decided ahead of time, okay? You don't need to, wait till the last minute to decide it because if she decided that she's having wine, cheese, and chocolate, then she's going to tell all her friends that she's inviting, I'm having a wine, cheese, and chocolate party because that's way more fun to invite somebody to wine, cheese, and chocolate than it is to pamper and fat party. So, it's just, we want her to be excited, okay? So that's going to help with the attendance. Now, the most important thing is invitations, inviting people, okay? So you can't have a party if there's nobody there. So you're going to have to tell her how you want her to invite. Now, we could do a whole training on that, but we don't have time for that. The most important thing is that both you and she are actively involved in the inviting, okay? She's going to do the inviting. Then she needs to keep track of her RSVPs. She needs to check with people she hasn't heard from. She needs to remind them. That sounds like a lot of work, so you're not going to dump it all on her at once, okay? You're going to tell her one step at a time. So this is what I do. I tell her, we need to invite 40 people. How does that sound? And then I wait for her to answer. Okay, so if she says like, well, I was going to invite 80, I'm like, that's fine. And if she's like, I only know 10 people, I'm like, no, you need more people. Let me help you work through that, okay? But I tell her no matter what type of party you have, paper chef, retirement, birthday party, whatever, only about a third to a half of the people who are invited actually say they can come. And then the day of, a few fall off that list for various reasons, okay? So if we only invite 15 people, 5 people are going to say yes, we're going to end up with about 2. Womp womp, okay? If we invite 40 people, We're gonna have about 20 say yes, and then we're gonna end up with about 12 to 15. That's the perfect party. It's lots of fun. So repeat after me. 12 is the magic number. I need 12 people. And I make her say it. Okay, 12 is the magic number. I need 12 people. We want 12 people at her house, okay? And I say the very next step to getting the product that she told me she wanted for free is to make a list of everybody you want to invite, okay? And I like the host folder for this because there's 40 lines, okay? And I can tell her, go ahead and make that list here, all right? And once she makes the list, tell her, once you make that list, I want you to snap a picture of it with your phone and send it to me. Okay? So right now, all she has to do is make a list. That's all she has to do right now. So then she's going to send me the picture, okay? And then you can tell her the next thing. It's super easy when she only has one thing in front of her, okay? So when she sends you the picture, then you're going to tell her, okay, let's get inviting. And what you want to do is, this is what I say to her. I say, awesome, you're doing great. All you have to do now is make a little tick mark next to the people that you hear back from so you know who's coming. Okay, if someone says they can't come, be sure to share the party link with them. Remember, I already texted you that? I like to say, Boomer, we're going to miss you. If you're interested in ordering, my online party link is blank. That's it. Got any questions so far? And then, we go on with that. About 3 to 4 days before the party, you're going to want her to check in with the people who haven't said yes or no. So I send her a message, say, hey there, I'm just checking in. How are your RSVPs looking? And so then whenever she says, then I send her right back. Be sure to touch base with the people that you have not heard from yet. Either call them or send them an individual message saying, I wanted to check with you. Are you able to come to my theme wine, cheese, and chocolate paper chef party? I hope you can make it. And if she types that in, she can totally copy and paste that to every person. If she's going to text them or message them or whatever, or she can get on the phone. 2 days before the party, I send her another message. Just want to touch base with you about a couple things. First of all, ingredients. Do you have any questions? Okay, have you gotten everything? Don't forget to get plates. Okay, you don't have to prep anything, but please wash the produce. Okay, so I tell her that because she's going to say, what can I do? What can I do? Don't chop it up. I don't have anything to show if you dice everything. Okay, so I just tell her, you don't have to prep anything, but please wash the produce. Also, we want to remind all of your yeses that this party is on. Send a quick reminder. And I'll give her, I use Red Stamp. If you don't know what that is, we can talk about it later. But you can totally just get a cute picture from the party pack, okay? And send her some words like, don't forget, my party's tomorrow at 7. That's all you need to say, okay? It doesn't matter what she says as long as her guests remember to show up. All right, day of the party, I send her a text. It can be 10 a.m. in the morning. I'll say, I'll see you at 6 p.m. Any last minute questions? You've done an awesome job. Get ready for a night of food and fun. See you soon. Okay, because then she's going to say, oh my God, I have like 6 dogs in my house and I'm fostering 32nd cats. Are you allergic? And I'm like, Benadryl. But, so I like to send her that so she knows I'm thinking about her. All right, switch gears to virtual parties really quick. First step is inviting. Okay, she gonna need to invite her buddy. That's E-R-R-R-R-R-R, buddy. Okay. After that, she's got to make sure she has 30 people to click going. It doesn't matter if she invites 5,000 people. If she only has 2 that have clicked going, it's not going to be a successful party. Okay. So her first job is to get 30 people to click going. Give her a goal. 30 people going by day 2 of the party. All right. Her next step is to do a little learning. After we've told her that, she needs to understand how Facebook works and how notifications work. So there is a post floating around. If you need it, we can send it to you about how to tell the guests in the party to click the notifications on, all that. That's important. But also important is that her guests are her friends. So they're going to be notified when she posts. They're not necessarily your friends. So they don't always get notified when you post. So I explain that to her, and then I say, it's just like if you were having an actual party at your house. When the people show up, you would not just go like sit in your room, okay? You'd say hi and you'd interact with them. That's what I want you to do. I want you to like the things I post and comment on them, but more importantly, I want you to tag friends. And I want you to post too. I want you to try to post at least once each day. Now don't panic. I'll tell you what to post. I'll give you an idea each day. Use it if you like it, or come up with your own idea. Just about 3 minutes each day will help you have a successful party. So I tell her all that. And then I give her stuff every day to post. Okay? Now, your host coaching isn't over there. You need to be sure that you're explaining the host program and that you let her know where she is and what's close. Okay? So one of the things I like to say, instead of saying you're $50 away from the next level, I like to say you're about 1 to 2 orders away from the next level. Who didn't show up that said they were coming? Who invited you to a jewelry party last month? Okay? Who can we talk to? All right? And at the next level is going to get you whatever free, the next stuff. And for a live party, you're gonna split that paper in half, okay? And you're gonna leave that left-hand side with her, okay? You're gonna fill it out, and you're gonna fill out your part and keep it. Virtual party, if you wanna snapshot that to her or somehow make it into a document that you can send to her, you can put all that info in and send it to her, okay? But you're gonna fill your part out and keep it. When you have about 5 or so of those filled out, you wanna look through them for patterns. And I would recommend sitting down with someone and looking through those and saying, what patterns do we see here, okay? See if you can identify areas to improve on, all right? The last thing is to send a thank you note, okay? I think a handwritten note goes a long way. Again, just a cheap note card. The real value is in the fact that you did it. You took your time and thought of her, okay, with ink, all right? So there's that. I hope that was beneficial.
Everybody wowed by Amy's host coaching.
If
This is what national conference is like, just so you know. Like, you go to a class, you're like, I got some work to do.
You gotta sit through it, pick one or two things.
Yeah.
Yes,
You do.
exactly.
Totally do.
To all that, I'm doing some of it, so what jumped to me was that I'm not doing the give me your top 3 things before the party
That's
starts.
excellent,
I'm not
right.
doing that with my
Yes.
notes right now, so that's something I'm gonna add, go back home.
Yeah, you can't like try to incorporate all of this or you overwhelm the crap out of yourself.
So that would be what I add next. and then
Yep.
here's next.
Yep, and you can go
So
back.
that's why if you took a lot of notes, even we have all of this, every word Amy said has already been typed up,
Yeah,
and I'm
I
gonna
just
send
read
you all
it.
these notes. So if you
She's
miss
like,
words, it's okay. But you can go through and circle, okay, the 3 things I'm gonna try now, star the 3 things you're gonna try later. Okay, so then that you can just kind of keep track of your notes. That's what they always tell us when we go to conference was, don't try to implement everything that you hear.
There's no way.
Okay, so that is your training number 3. So on the agenda, a couple other things we have are announcements. So some announcements that you guys need to be aware of is that on Consultants Corner, they have moved where the monthly specials are. So they used to be in one place and now they kind of moved them to another. So just make sure you know where they are. So right now we know the host and guest special through August. We probably won't know September for a while because that's when the new products come out.
Right.
Unless
Or if they tell us, then there's gonna be like a big question mark. Sometimes they'll be like,
a box,
Oh,
like
yeah,
something's gonna go
these
here.
5 things, and you'll only see 4 of them, and it's one of the new things, so.
So we know that through August right now. And then for the new consultant promotion, every month it's different. So for Stacy and Chrissy that are contemplating the business right now, you know that if you join this month, your extra bonus is that you get 100 Pampered Chef dollars when you submit $12.50 in sales. So every month that promotion changes. So for example, did Dawn qualify in 30 days?
It just turned off.
Okay.
Dawn, I don't remember.
Oh, it's the battery.
Okay, so whatever your bonus was when you signed, because I think you probably did submit $12.50 in 30 days, whatever it was for you will be plopped on your front porch.
Okay.
So it just depends on whatever the bonus was. So every month that bonus is different when it comes to being a new consultant. Okay, so those are also, we don't ever know that until the first. So that's why on the first, like I was able to tell you, here's what it is now. Okay, so the consultant sales promotion right now is a 2-monther. So what's going on? What do we get for sales in June and July?
Free for all.
The free for all. So this happens usually June and July, and then it usually happens in like December, January, February,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. And so what they've done is they've broken up all the new fall products and they've broken them up into 8 categories. So there's 4 categories in June, there's 4 categories in July, and as you hit each benchmark, these boxes will arrive on your front porch. So
No. As you hit them, they will not arrive.
they won't arrive right
Yes.
then.
You won't get them yet.
You won't get them yet, but they will
Not gonna
start
get 'em
shipping in
until after
August. They will
conference.
ship after conference. So
You'll get an email.
So the sales levels are the same for June and July. Level 1 is 750, level 2 is 1500, level 3 is 3000, and level 4 is 6000. So as you hit those benchmarks, it will determine which boxes you get. So
And it's different stuff in June and July. Make
yes,
sure you
it's
know
8
that.
different
People.
boxes of stuff.
Yes.
So I mean, it may literally be packaged in one box, but it's 8 different segments of stuff. So if you want it all, you're gonna hit 6000 in June and 6000 in July. Okay.
Or be a director.
Or be a director because we automatically get a
We
set
get
of
whatever we
everything.
earn plus a whole set.
That's the Parker director.
Perks, y'all.
Okay, so there's your sales promotion. And then coming up, dates to remember is next month's meeting will also be pushed by 1 week because the 4th falls on a Tuesday. So the next team meeting will be the 11th. Did you win?
No, we won't.
What was the score?
18-0.
Ooh.
Did Michaela pitch?
Yep, they held them to 2 the first inning, 3 the second, 5 the next one, and 8 the last.
Oh, that went downhill, didn't it?
This team has only lost once all season.
And it was to us.
And they beat them last time,
It was
so.
3-4.
Okay, so anyway, sorry. All right, so August, we'll be flying to national conference around August 2nd. If you'd like to drive, there are people who are driving. And we typically stay, that's a Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, conference ends on Saturday. So Amy and I got smart and we still stay on Saturday night, so we don't have to come home to our offspring quite yet.
That's her reason. I had another issue, but
Whatever, okay. So that's for August. Another perk of going to conference is that you get to pre-order your supplies. So like the catalogs and the mini catalogs and all that stuff, if you go to conference, you get to order them ahead of time. If not, you have to wait till they say, okay, now supply order is open.
trust me, that is a huge difference. It is awesome.
Yes. So the other note I have on here is that for new consultants, it's $99. The live stream people is $50. Okay, so then the next big date is August 8th will be our team meeting. That is our annual family meeting. So that's the word family with an R in there because it means friends and family. And so that's the meeting we typically do with the husbands and the kids and your support person or whoever, you know, can come that wants to come and like check it out, whatever. We have guests, like whatever. So we make sometimes the husband do funny things like
Yes, we
a
do.
cooking show, like pretend that they're us, or we make them do a husband panel, or we've had a kids panel before. We've had kids do demonstrations, try to be us. It's really fun. All right, so that's on the 8th, and then we still. What did
Oh
we
my
say?
gosh, will we even be home from conference?
Like literally 2 days, just so you know.
We're gonna be super excited.
All right,
We are.
and then September. Crap, I forgot to look at the calendar for September.
We had a question about that.
How do I Zoom? How do I
yeah.
Zoom to that meeting? You'll tell me how.
Which one?
I won't be here on August 8th.
We usually
My
don't
first
Zoom the
meeting.
family
We don't
meeting.
Zoom August.
If we're at the park down the street, which sometimes we are, I don't have Wi-Fi
My
down there.
first meeting I'll miss.
I know, you're like at every single one. Okay, so in September, typically we would do the meeting the first Tuesday in September, which also coincides with the first day of school. So we had decided, would we want to move a week early because there are 5 Tuesdays in August? But it's kind of hard to do that because then we don't have the month-end stats. Would we want to push it one day by Wednesday the 6th or push it by a whole week to the 12th? A whole week?
So it'd be July, August, September.
Will all 3 of them be a week late?
And that would give us 3 weeks between September and October's meeting. Which I mean, it's not a huge deal. We like you guys.
Yeah. All right, so let's tentatively schedule that. So this will be September 12th.
It'd be like having it today. Today's the 13th.
Yeah.
Yes.
October 3rd. And then that's the only thing is when you look at October, there are 5 Tuesdays, so then it kind of works out.
Oh, there you go. I didn't look that far. I didn't scroll that far. Oh, look at that.
So then it'd be October 3rd, November 7th. And typically they make us do National Meeting Day the first Monday, which would be the 4th of December. So yes, we plan that far ahead, people.
What was it, September?
September will be the 12th, October 3, 11/7, and 12/4.
But 12/4 is to be determined for sure, but it's most.
There's usually a big live broadcast or something that night. That's usually our pizza party, yes.
I love pizza.
Okay, so, all right, so for your action steps between now and the next meeting or your challenge or whatever, is that you need to be green by 15, and that date is Thursday.
Oh.
All right, so you're gonna be green by 15. And then we'll have our little activity on Tuesday, the 20th. Place to be announced later. We already know where we're going, but we're gonna make you wait it out. All right, before you leave, you're going to turn in your name tag to the table in there. And I'm getting there. And then you're also going to fill out one of these evaluation forms. You know how you would give your customers a door price slip? Well, this is your door price slip. And so your name tag and your door price slip, or your door price slip, your evaluation of the meeting goes on the table out there. We keep these from meeting to meeting, and then we collect them for you, and then we'll put them back out at the meeting. So.
And I want you to go home and work on that email to your hosts. Get that drafted so you can copy and paste it.
Okay, so I had a challenge out on the Facebook page one day that if you gave me help with cancer ideas, you were gonna get 10 catalogs. So since I'm a slacker and I forgot to pull that earlier, I'm gonna, instead of doing 10 catalogs, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a pack of minis and 10 of the new flyers that just came out. So you guys can have ice cream flyers to go around. All right, so the people that were in this drawing are Amy Parker, Stacy Fitzgerald, Vicki Aldridge, Ashley Brown, Kelly in Texas, and Nancy P. All right, so you want to pick a winner? Please be somebody here.
It feels like they're here.
Oh, but she's around the corner. Okay, Vicki. She has a sick husband at home, and you guys know how sick husbands are. They can't take care of children. So we'll make sure we get that to her. All right, so everybody who wanted to participate, put a catalog here. There are 3 catalogs. So whoever has a white ticket, pull your slip out, and the winner of these catalogs is going to be number 7, 4, 8, 2, 1, 4.
Yay!
Yay! All right, those are for you.
Does anyone want to buy raffle tickets?
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
so raffle tickets. 1 ticket for $2. $5, get you 3 tickets.
No, 3 tickets for $5.
10 for 10. If you buy a ticket and brought a guest, Stacy, you get an extra ticket.
I did already buy.
You got,
And if you're green,
you get your extra one?
I did.
All right, so she gets her extra one.
Do y'all know every Tuesday we get an email from home office called The Stir?
I haven't read it yet. Is there anything
Okay,
that we
so
need to know?
the magic mop is going to be discontinued.
Oh, darn.
That was. How many of y'all sold? What? That's why. Magic mop is going to be discontinued.
Actually, I just sold my first one. I'm thinking to myself, really?
I've had one in my prize bag ever since we got it. Can't get rid of it. Can't give it away.
Raffle tickets.
They're discontinuing it.
Green.
That's the most important thing. The rest of it was.
Oh, actually, I guess Casey, doesn't she get 2 for having a guest and 1 for being green already?
I don't know the rules. I know you get 1.
I think it's 2. I think you get 2 for bringing a guest if you buy a raffle ticket. And if you're already green, you get 1 extra when you buy a ticket.
So if you're already green this month, you've already turned in $150 in sales.
You get an extra one when you buy one.
If you buy one.
All right, she's got my bucket. That's what I'm looking for.
You don't get the bucket.
I know you're still.
I'm working it. Where's our raffle box?
It's behind me.
Oh,
I'm not gonna bring it out yet.
When I saw that, the magic mop, I was like, I've needed this thing for years.
It was an old product that
giving
people
you
asked for it back.
Nobody has ever bought one from me.
Really?
I mean, in theory, I think it's a good product, but I just think people, I don't know, they just haven't.
All right.
What are the raffle tickets for?
All right, so these raffle tickets are gonna give you a bag of product that's in a bag behind me. But the money actually goes into our Pampered Chef little bucket over here. And that's why we can, when we do the annual family meeting, we're gonna provide
Chicken.
a bunch of chicken for that. And then for the Christmas party, we provide the pizza, and then we provide the prizes and all that fun stuff. So it all goes back into for you guys. All right, so it's kind of like PTA. All right, so like Casey, is she on her training? Okay.
I just want to direct her.
Her team meaning Sarah's hospitality, which means her director is somewhere else, not local. And so she's participating in 2 meetings at the same time.
Go get her.
All right, yes. All right, so the red ticket winner, 6, 2, 8, 9, 4, 7. Look at Casey diligently. Is it you or is it Sarah?
No, this is Sarah. This
Okay.
is 6, 2, 8, 9, 4, 7.
Let's see what you
I
got.
don't ever win.
Wow.
That's all for you. It's like Christmas.
Ooh, the medium entertainment platter.
Nice.
This is, let me tell y'all this. Amy was doing a live video
Yeah.
going over the new
The
products,
whole thing.
and she said this was dishwasher safe. I'm like, I have to have a party. I have to have that. It's so pretty. And I didn't even sign up under Amy. I'm so sorry.
If you had called me and said, I want to come back, I would have been like, you can call me.
I was a previous consultant under Tiffany, and then I left the table and came back. Some dishcloth, microfiber dishcloths.
Cause you gotta wash dishes after your shows.
Apparently she doesn't want
You have to wash when they come in new also.
Yeah, that's what they come to
What is this word
What?
washing? What are you talking about? Indoor outdoor utensil.
Nice.
do. I love these for door prizes. I put like one as a door prize, put like a ribbon around
I
it.
love those for my boxes.
That just goes with the bag.
Oh, the help with cancer bag. Season's Best. I love my Season's Best. I like passing them out too. I got a couple different ones. Oh, these are the best. I love these. And then some minis.
Nice.
Yay, awesome. So, for dessert in the other room, we
Yes,
have
let's do
vanilla
it. I'm
ice
ready.
cream,
Let's go.
caramel ice cream, Oreos, and chocolate syrup, and all that. And you guys can't go without eating some ice cream since we made Casey's husband come all the way out here.
Y'all don't even have to tell. Y'all don't need to know what I told him he would.
Okay.
Thank you so much. He was so not happy.
Oh my God. I'll be home in just a little bit, honey.
No, I'm not going home.
Yeah, sure, no.
Casey gets the ice cream first.
No, I beat her. I'm here. I'm waiting.
Grab another freezer.
That's why you spent 80 on the table, right?
Oh yeah, the copies are in the other room.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Oh, look at this scraper. I'll do a little bit of it. Is this what I'm confused with? Sure.
It's not metal.
Well, this is not
You know,
metal.
I've been using the bamboo spoons.
What I used was.
There's another Stacy too.
Amy.
Oh, just put them on that table with your name tag. We'll separate it up later. Oh, and then don't you want? Oh. All right, here's some cookies. Oh. And some other cookies.
What is it? Ashley,
Chocolate
no.
chip
Chocolate
and
chip and Oreo.
Oreo. Okay, so how many do you have?
February never came.
I have a list. I have a master list.
I know I was raised there,
Melissa told me I had to
I like
read.
all the cookies.
Like 3 consecutive months.
Chocolate syrup,
Oh,
what is that?
$10.
I think it's chocolate.
And then 6 gives you 2 cents of, I think.
It was there, it's just a bird.
All right, so I'll give you 20 Pampered Chef bucks.
It's in her hand. You're multitasking. Give it.
And then you can use it like on supplies. You can use it like I'll put your cash conference envelope. You can stay there till next year. I can buy you something with it at conference.
I'm thinking about it. I gotta see.
So I can do whatever. Yeah. So you don't have to literally turn them in right now. So like what Casey did, it said, "Hey, take my first 6 and I want $20." Okay. Yeah.
We put that on our ice cream last night. My kids were like,
Okay. You want to try some ice cream? I do have the non-dairy. You want to try that, Stacey?
What'd you bring? Yeah, you get a ting.
There you go.
You get a thing. Down.
this is delicious. I didn't know
Okay,
I got
thanks for
it.
coming.
What's the last name?
Ruby, R-O-B,
Okay.
it's like that free show.
I mean, all I ate was chocolate syrup, but I love it.
I have one virtual one and I'm not real sure about all that stuff, so.
Okay.
I call you.
Yeah, I'm just really busy this week with the lab through the school because I have to do the graduation for the 5th graders because I'm a 4th grade parent and we get into that crap. Yeah, I got suckered. Have you looked around the virtual party?
Yeah, I have. I just had some questions I want.
Okay, yeah, if you'll list out your questions and maybe send them to me ahead of time so I can focus my thoughts, that would be fabulous.
Alrighty.
Okay, thank you.
See you next
Everybody.
time, Terry.
Okay, bye-bye.
The caramel is really good.
This is a
I
vibe.
just need it all mixed together.
Mm.
And I love it.
Yes,
I love
I'm
it.
doing it.
I'm a motorboat.
Mm. Drew, did you hit? Yes. Where'd it go? It's been seeping for quite a long time. It's
Who's
totally
got
fine.
mine today? I'm gonna go get some. Does she need coarse
I just
ground?
got mine today too.
I'm sure mine's not coarse ground. I need to go.
I was literally about to dump my K-cups.
Can you, buy it, horse ground, already ground, or do you have to buy the beans and grind it?
I'm thinking I have to buy some brand.
See, I don't think I'm that interested in coffee. I feel like I'm never gonna do that.
No, you just do it at the store.
Just do it at the store.
You know how they have like the beans there? I never know if that was.
Food Line doesn't do that. You can go to Farm Fresh.
Here's Peter, I'm sure does too.
I think Kroger has one.
There's a hair in this, and it's not.
You said it's yours?
Sorry. Trying to say something more for me.
It was actually protein. I was protein ground. I'm glad you like your ice cream.
Where are the spoons?
You have to drink yours like milkshake.
Here, you can use one of the ones on the here. There's big ones on the, pull out Amy, there's bigger ones in there.
Thank you.
Too much sugar?
I know. Oh,
Shaking.
I'm gonna put some cookies in
That's
this.
delicious.
Okay, so the peanut butter ice cream I made,
Yeah.
2 cups, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of whole milk, a half a cup of PB2, the powder, peanut butter soup powder, and then a teaspoon of vanilla.
So no sugar.
Oh, no, I put the a can of sweetened condensed milk in there. And mix that all together, and it is crazy good. And I plan on wedging it in between 2 brownies.
All of that needs to happen. If you have not, if you didn't earn the ice cream maker, you can buy it on Sultan's Corner for $40, half price. After shipping, it's like $49.
Or add it to a show.
What's that?
Or you can add it to a show.
Or add it to the show.
So,
Post your own show.
you see how it could be beneficial to have 2 bases?
Absolutely.
When I went on to buy my second base, I realized that the replacement base is $44, but I can buy a whole new ice cream maker for $40. And I was like, I'm about to do that.
I didn't even realize that. I have to return mine.
So you can't get the replacement.
It's $4.
You can,
But I'm curious to know what happens to your little electrical.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really worried about that.
Oh my god.
That's good. Then I figured out.
Holly, thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you,
That was a
Dawn, for
lot of
coming.
fun. Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Yes, bye, Dawn.
Okay.
I'm hoping to give you a black eye and a high five line.
Girl, no, I love it.
So Stacy and Chrissy, did we scare you? Would you tell us? We scared you.
I think you know me well enough that
Yeah.
I think I scared Pat.
My cat?
Yeah.
Or no, I have 2 cats.
Pat, the shy cat that was scared of your.
Yeah, she was supposed to come tonight too. Maybe
she's
you
like,
can scare her.
is Casey gonna be there?
So, if you hadn't noticed, I like to call out on people. Since I like breaking out of shells, like, and,
Other people to break out of their shells.
yeah,
Well, specifically you and your shell. You just have to break other people out of their shells.
Would you
I
think
like
of
magic
John
shells.
Derry?
That's what I like.
I like magic shells. So, we're doing like a food demonstration last month, and, I said, Kat wants to do it, she's like, no. I'm like, hey, you don't know. She's like, "No."
She is really quiet.
She's like, she is so reserved. And I was like, as soon as she walks in, I'm like, hey, I'm Casey, I want to be your best friend. And she's like,
Oh.
I just don't like boring meetings, y'all. Just put it out there.
So how did this compare to your other experience?
Much better.
Okay, it's much better. I forgot that you
You're
guys told me that at
welcome.
the beginning.
Your entertainment for tonight.
So I would like to know some do's and don'ts from what you've observed for live interactions. What you said there's some that you were like,
My biggest pet peeve watching live shows of anything. I mean, I don't care if you're just gonna go live to showcase somebody's band at a bar somewhere. Don't repeat yourself. Don't use the same
word over and over drives me nuts. How awesome is this? I can only hear that so many times before I say,
Or
okay, I'm done.
it's like a little row when they go
It's
live.
so gorgeous.
Oh my god, this part is so gorgeous. I'm
Yes.
like, oh my god, it is so it is. Just
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. I think being direct and concise with the message you're trying to relay. And being fun and engaging is good, but like I have one girlfriend, Becky Williams, you know who
No.
she is?
But, what?
Becky Zimmerman was what she was in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she sells LuLaRoe and she is crazy out there. I mean, she's hilarious to watch, but sometimes she takes it too far.
Like it'd be really funny if you knew her, but if you didn't know her, you'd be like,
Well, no, I don't think it's even that. She just goes on too long
Okay.
about what
Gotcha.
she's having fun about, and so then you're like, okay, can you get to the show, please? Can you start showing your products so I can make a decision on whether or not I'm buying something tonight? And the Pampered Chef one that I watched, the chick was just so not professional.
Okay.
I mean, she was in a what is it, a Real Tree hoodie?
what?
And Real Tree.
Oh, real
Like that camo pattern.
Oh.
And she was in that, and I swear to you, I saw slippers at one point in time. And I'm like, I'm all about the live shows are supposed to be so you can do them comfortably for your home, but it's still a job. It's still, you know, to her defense.
Did she at least walk the apron?
She did have the apron.
Okay.
Okay.
I was over the sweatshirt.
I'm a little guilty of that. It's like I'll do a quick video and I'll be in
But you weren't doing
my
a show.
workout gear, but it'd be like a quick 2-minute
You know,
clip.
see, she was
It's
doing a
just saying,
show.
hey guys, I just got home from the gym. I'm cooking a quick dinner. It's just me kind of being real, but it's not doing a show.
Yeah, no, she was doing a live blurb for the fajitas and margaritas. It was, and so like she was actually showing a portion of demonstrating her cooking. Because I think her idea was great. What she was thinking was the people who couldn't attend physically, because the girl she was having an
Oh,
actual.
so it was an actual party and she was
Yeah.
live from it. She wore a camo blade for a real party.
Oh, wow. And I'm
We're
just sitting
cooking
here
beer.
the whole
I'm
time, the whole time I'm thinking, I'm so glad I didn't go to this party.
Right,
Because I had actually RSVP'd that I was gonna go.
Right.
But at the last minute realized I had double booked myself, so I was just like, I'll definitely place an order, I know what I want, good luck with your show. So, but then I saw she had gone live on the Facebook event.
So you could go back and watch it.
So I went back and I was like,
Well, it's like that training we had here where you all made us go live and talk about a product. Like they put us Johnny on the spot. They're like, oh yeah, so go there, talk about this product with each other. And then, by the way, you're going live while you're talking about this product. And we're like, oh my goodness. So we're talking about like background noises, what's in your workspace, are your nails, are your nails clean? Is the stove top dirty? You kind of staging your look.
Yeah.
How like you would stage a photo if you're gonna put it on Instagram.
yeah, you definitely have to plan.
And I remember like we're all going into separate rooms, not to talk over each other. I'm just waiting for everyone to quit it to be done. And then everyone stops talking. I'm like, all right, I'll start my video now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to think about what people see.
Yeah.
I made sure my countertops were clean, my kitchen was immaculate.
This countertop,
And
and then
then-
that one was covered,
Yeah.
but all the stuff
Right.
right here.
I just shifted stuff around. You can't see the other side of the room.
Exactly.
But my 6-year-old, I thought it would, everybody on that particular page had known that I was like, oh, the manual food processor is so easy. My 6-year-old can do it.
And then she's like,
And then the whole
here.
girl's like, I can't push it down. I'm like, Mom, oh my God, you're kidding me.
And I have to say that your family members can really add to a live show.
Yeah.
And not intentionally do they mean to do it, but especially kids. I love it when I'm watching a LuLaRoe live show and somebody's kid says something cute, or one of my girlfriends, she's got the cutest little 3-year-old and he refuses to sleep. No matter how late she tries to make her live shows, he always pops up into the videos. So now you're like, where's Gabe? If you don't see Gabe, where's Gabe? So I think sometimes that's a good thing.
Grace did a couple videos the other day, and she's
His
selling
lordship was in there.
his lordship. And what is she selling? She's selling the wood grill paddle. And she's asking him, like, what would you use this for? And he's like, a catapult. He's got his little hat on. I was like, a catapult. And she's like, it'd make a great catapult.
Because friends and how Pampered Chef or whatever it is you're selling
Family friendly.
is, incorporating into your life.
I had one lady, she was actually a guest in the party, who I'm not friends with. On Facebook I am now, but on Facebook I wasn't friends with her. And she commented during the live video saying, "Hey, you're Aaron's mom?" I was like, "Who is this?" I old school my kids.
You're like, that's creepy.
And but apparently she's a Sunday school teacher, and I've not yet met her. And I was like, "Yes, I'm Aaron's mom." So many people at church call me that. I'm like, I have a name, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm Ashley, but you know. But it was neat because she requested me on Facebook then, and she made an order.
There you are. Did you win?
She's like, of course I did.
What was the score?
Winning day.
Yeah, they don't ever tell them the score. Did you hit?
Winning.
You didn't hit? Okay. Did everybody wish you? Who did you have it from?
That is so cute.
That's really cool.
Baseball on one side and softball on the other side.
Yeah.
So
So that means you play again what night? They say?
6:30, yeah. 6:30 and they don't know what field yet.
All right.
Well, you know what's awesome is like Stacy, you joined the business
She
in
does.
like November, and I joined in September, and like we've already hit 15,000 career sales.
Yeah.
And it's like you can do anything you want with this business, and we're mostly
I've
virtual.
never done
And she's all virtual. I've done maybe.
So, you know, when I listen to this, I think, how do I translate to virtual? I've got a goal to do one a month. I just haven't stopped. But I have a full-time job and a part-time job and this one.
Right.
And 3 girls.
Right.
So I don't, when they say don't pick a day, things come up and I don't pass the lessons or anything. So I literally never done it. They sound really fun.
I'm super lucky because I have a husband and 2 17-year-olds. And so everybody in my household is self-sufficient.
Yeah.
She's so pretty.
And my husband works nights and weekends, so it frees up my weekends almost every single weekend. So I'm like,
Do they ever rotate to their father? I never asked you that.
Well, yeah, but it's not really a very good situation.
Okay.
But they will be gone the first 2 weeks in July, first 2 weeks of August for summer, and they're gone every other week.
Sugar shakes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when I signed up with Tiffany, my goal was to be like
Virtual
Alexis.
only.
No, it was be like Alexis.
Oh, 1 show a month.
It would be very hard.
Every other month.
I was gonna
She's
do
a big
every other month, like $150, just do the bare minimum, because I just wanted the stuff from me. I had tried the business in the past, I didn't really focus into it, and just, I don't know, and then we moved to Europe, and it wasn't working for me. But I didn't have the support that we do now, Zoom and all the Facebook, and I just wasn't really active in my business. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sign up again and be a hobbyist. And it's taken off. With the virtual parties has been amazing.
We didn't even have a virtual parties when I did it 5 years ago.
Yeah,
That wasn't an option.
We had Facebook because we're
right.
using it the
Right.
same.
Nobody,
Yeah.
it wasn't a vessel. We didn't use it as a vessel.
We didn't have things like SendShare or Post My Party to do all the work for you. That's, if you notice, that's how when it always comes through, it says posted by SendShare. I schedule them all,
yeah,
and then I don't have to worry about it.
that's one of the tools we've been using for the reunion is just Facebook will let you schedule those too.
Yes.
For the creator of the event, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing is with this third party vendor we're using is that it saves them all in a library. Select all, batch, post to the next party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, like we used to schedule like you're talking about,
Right.
and now we don't have to.
Yeah, I did have a question for you during the host coaching. We're talking about having the host be the one to post on a virtual party. I have an issue.
So,
Because I just recently had a run-in with a very pushy,
I'm gonna start
consultant, not with me, right, another, it was, I just remember,
And,
she had asked me
we can do
on
the
the
Facebook
Facebook
show
Yes.
together.
and then they
Because,
basically reamed me out because
my
we had
girlfriend,
those.
she sells Mary Kay.
Oh, why didn't you invite more people? Why weren't you more active on the page? Why? Yeah, that's
So I
the question
told
she's
her,
asking me. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, it's your product, it's your business, you should have been the one
Yeah.
selling.
and-
So, like, how do you, where is that line? Okay, so
Amy's still posting.
what I do is I typically do 6 posts a day. Okay. And I schedule them with the show. So they're going, and then I send her one thing every day that I want her to post. So my stuff is like, here's the food processor, here's how it works. Next post is the recipe using the food processor.
Yeah, and I went in
Like,
today and I
My
started
grandmother,
picking
or
items.
I
And
always
then
say my grandmother was
I
always saying,
thinking about it, I'm
what's
like,
your favorite
I don't know,
recipe that
like
family member made for you? So it's just something to get them
around.
talking and
And
interacting.
then,
Because
Brenda told me, she said,
depending on
she wasn't at
who their
work
friends are,
tomorrow.
what their Facebook settings
And
are,
so
and
I
all of that,
texted her to ask
you
her
know,
if she would be
they
able
may
to
not
add
always
her
see what I
other
put
items that she
wants
wanted.
she does, and if they go look at that,
And I
list
said,
it,
well,
everything
send
else,
them
they're
to
gonna be
me,
like, oh,
you know,
so that's all. Yeah, I know, when it's in Facebook,
so she was like,
prompted me to
texting
have
with them tonight,
like,
but I haven't heard from her.
But
I think she's everybody.
So, Chrissy, that's the one
my
difference
goal
right now,
is,
is on a pilot
you know, we
program.
can figure
It's
it out.
called direct ship now.
Right.
So as every order is
No, it might be
placed,
easier too.
So that's why that was different.
so
Yeah.
Amy's not on direct ship
Yeah,
now.
sure.
So you could say, hey, can I add that? She could have gone in and just added that
Okay.
and avoided that second ship.
Okay, I was counting.
Yeah,
Well, and that's like, my 10%. That was one of the things that, one of the reasons that we didn't want to go in direction now. And, but, I mean, that's one of the things that I.
There is a workaround, I just don't do it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, really, honestly, I doubt it. That's really the extent of it. I was fine because it was additional money that was helping me out. Right, right.
And she finally broke 200 last night, like somebody
So when you put your order,
ordered.
you just hang on.
So you're telling me I was having her.
Nancy.
And I was being conservative with what I was ordering. I was like, I know I'm getting ready to do it, I know I'm buying the big thing, I'm gonna be conservative with what I buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? It's not